and gentlemen, the show is about to start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, welcome again to another Wednesday Hangout. How is everyone doing today? I don't know how many are in chat, but welcome all. If you haven't been here before, please hit the follow button. Follows are free. If you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. If you're on Twitch, follow and consider subscribing. And so just come in and say hi. Thumbs up wherever you are. Hey Chris, how are you? Good evening, sir. How is life treating you? So I already have Jerry in the back in the green room, hiding out, eating all the cookies. So I'm going to bring him in here so he doesn't steal all the cookies. Hey, Jerry.
What's happening, everybody? How's it going?
Is there any cookies left over?
Yeah, there's always cookies somewhere. How goes it, everyone? What's that?
How is life?
Oh, pretty good. Yeah, I missed you last night, Liam. I had my quick unboxing live stream for about 2 hours, and
I know.
I don't know what happened. But
I was exhausted. We were chatting, and I thought the conversation was over, and they said I couldn't do it on Thursday, and I said I was exhausted, tired, and I went to bed, and I left my phone open. So you thought I was reading the messages? It was just lying on the table.
yeah,
It was a long day yesterday. Big Chris.
yeah. Last night, after I did a couple little tiny test prints, looked like Legos, basically.
Yeah.
I noticed that the left side, what I thought was a hot end fan, wasn't turning. Actually, this morning I took it apart, and the blower fan for the parts sits right in front of the hot end fan, one in front of the other, and it was a parts fan that wasn't turning. But I put it back together, looked underneath, I found nothing wrong, started to print. I waited a little bit. After the first layer, I noticed it started blowing, and right now I'm printing a little bitty, what's he called, the little alien, little astronaut?
Oh, that Mad Hacker Phil.
Yeah, I'm printing Phil right now, and I noticed the fan started working, but throughout the day, I've been watching it, and that left side blower fan is not coming on. So there is either sliced that way, something could be wrong. Once this gets done and I print something of my own, we'll see if it runs or not, and then...
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, it's a great little printer. So far, I'm loving it. I got about 10 or 20 things to print, and then I can do a video on it.
Cool. Yeah, when you get into doing the IDEX stuff, let me know. Hey, Jim, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
Welcome. I think you're first. You've been here before? I believe you have, yeah?
Yeah, I recognize his emoji.
Oh,
Yeah.
Louise, thank you for the resubscription. Thank you so much, Louise.
Hello.
So, I was doing some printing. You probably saw me on live over the weekend. I was doing some printing. This is...
You just got raided with 4 people. K Print 3D just raided you.
K Print, thank you for the raid. Thank you so much. Welcome in, raiders. If you don't already know me, my name is Liam. I do 3D printing. Hey, Milan, Milan, forgive me. I do 3D printing, CNC, lasers. I've been playing with this huge printer. What do you think of this for a first layer of a print?
It's nice.
Okay, there's some lines over here because I have to put PVA glue on this glass surface. I know it's Marco, yeah. So I was going to do a dedication to Kieran if he comes in. Will you tie me kangaroo down sport, with the wobble board?
Bag of chips, hello, Ming Custom.
Hey, Bag of chips, how are you?
Liam, yes, a.k.a. Ike.
Yeah, I get called many things. Hey, Vincent.
Hey, Vincent, how are you?
Evening.
How's life?
I've been with Matt in another stream for the past 3 hours.
Hey, Ben Brady. All right.
What I'm going to be doing while we're on here tonight, just hanging out and chatting, I need to extend some cables for that belt printer that I've been working on. So I'm just going to. I don't have the right connectors for the ends of these, so I'm just going to put them in the middle, and splice in a longer wire in the middle of it to make it fit. Well, I've done a couple of prints already on this. I've done a couple of smaller prints, and they came out fine. Like I did, this is an adapter for a hood for a laser. Because the laser comes with a 3-inch a fume extractor duct, and everything we do in the States is 4 inches. So I put in 4. I made a 4-inch version and it works fine. Yeah, the bed on this is huge. It's a 500 by 500 by 600 in Z. So it's enormous. I do have a use for it. At some point, when I get some filament, I'm going to start a full-size R2D2 on it. Once I tune the settings on the machine, I have to go through all the calibration tuning yet, but I will do that. But that's a 450. This is a 450 by 450 print, and that's
Oh wow!
layers.
Look at the back. That's nice, man.
We can make our own thunder.
Wow. That's nice, Liam.
I know when you print in a glass bed, as long like this proved one thing for me: the bed for a big bed, the bed is flat. See, it's just how you. So that bed, if I can do a whole layer without anything bad, really like missing parts or getting too close to it or too far away from it, it proves the bed is flat. And this is 1.5. Like this is one layer, and then I did a little bit more of the next layer, but I never finished it. The ribbing you see here on this side, there's some tears in it because of the way I took it off the bed. The little ribbing sound here is I didn't clean the bed properly. It was my own mistake. Otherwise, it would have been a perfect first layer. I mean, it's really, really, really good first layer.
How did it went with changing the speed? Did you see a lot of difference?
This is going from, you can see the shine difference here. This is 50.
Yeah.
60. No, sorry. 50 millimeters, which is 100%. 60, 70, 80, 90, 200%, and it's still printed fine.
Yeah. That's nice. But the machine must be shaking on your desk.
It wasn't because it was doing straight lines.
Okay.
It would shake like crazy. When
Hey everybody.
it was jumping around, it was doing weird shapes and so on. It would vibrate, or infill, like filling in between walls or whatever. That would make it vibrate. But normal just runs are fine.
Okay.
Did you try any calibration? Not yet. I haven't done any calibrations. I'm going to. I'm probably going to stream over the next. I can't tomorrow. I might do it Friday evening. I'll stream and we'll go through. Even though the temperature holds within 1 degree of the bed,
Hey,
I'll
Matt.
probably run a PID tune. I will still probably run an E step test, and I'll go through those steps to make sure it's calibrated. But they also gave me. I asked them for the source code for the firmware, and they said, "Yep, here's a Google Drive. Go get it." Same day.
Oh, you've been rated.
I've been rated by somebody else. Who rated me now?
Marco, earlier.
Oh no, that was a while ago. I know about that one.
How's that?
Yeah, I already called him out. So, can you imagine doing a 600 millimeter tall lithophane? No, because that would wave like a flag in the wind.
Whoa, 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 whoa. 600 millimeter tall lithophane.
It would wave like a flag.
You need the support for it.
You would have to do a lot of support for it.
Yep.
I mean,
Lots
like
of
if it's
support.
this tall, the whole bed, like the front and the back of the bed, because you'd orientated so the lithophane was orientated this way. Your A-frame would start out here and go all the way up here. You'd have to do A-frame the whole way up, is what you have to do.
Yeah. I mean, I used my biggest one was 400 mil high.
Yeah, and like this is another 200 above that, and that 400 is a hard one to print. Like you do a 400 millimeter one, but your bed size is smaller, so you're doing maybe a 300 by 400. If I do a full bed on this, I'm doing a 500 by 600. That would be an enormous little thing. You could use it as a window in your house.
Yeah, I think practical would be more of
Tech Daddy, hello.
Hey, Tech Daddy, how are you?
exactly.
So, guys, what are you up to, Jerry? I know you're working on the IDEX. Do you like it so far?
Yeah, so far so good. It's just that left side fan isn't running, and I don't know why. It was earlier for a minute, but
That's what said. Slice your own file and see
Yeah.
how it goes.
and you can see in the video the left side is lifting a little bit. It's printing a fill, which is a little Martian, little astronaut, and as you can see in the video, there it's lifting slightly on the front left corner.
Well, yeah, they have the bed temperature you said was 35
Really
or 40.
low, yeah. Yeah, it's
That's
really
way
low.
too low. Yeah, you need 50 or 50 to 60 for it.
Yeah, whenever I used to do lithophane once in a great while, I'd have them running on the X. I didn't want the bed to move much, so I'd have them running back and forth, left to right, instead of front to back.
Actually, Ben, no, I would orient the lithophane along the y-axis. The
Yeah,
reason why I would do that is if I do it this way and the bed moves forward and back,
let's
that would
go.
wave like
Going.
this.
Yeah.
But if I do it this way and the bed moves forward and back, because that's where all the
Yep.
inertia is, that's where most of the motion is, it wouldn't move that much because it's moving, and there's no flex
Yeah.
in it. So I would actually do it from here, from front to back, because the bed moves. So that's how it orient it.
Yeah,
You need
you want to
another
do
filler,
that
but
way.
I'm going to get this one.
So
It
what
is
I
a
was doing,
great deal. Listen, I tell you what, if you do buy it,
Hey, Sergio.
sorry, guys, if you do, hey Sergio, how are you? If you do go buy this, because you said you want to buy this, if you do me a favor, send me, when you do buy it, let me know and send me your order number, because I wanted to send to the guys we're dealing with, to say, look, you need to start working with me a lot more because you're getting sales already out of this one, and I can bring you more. But this is a good machine. Like if you can do that for Surface, come on, guys.
if I had the money for that, I will buy it now.
I haven't found any problems. I haven't really
Credit card.
put the printer in a vacuum chamber.
Actually, if you don't fail anymore at your test, you'll have the money.
I'm protected.
Sebastian, one thing, Sebastian, if you put it in a vacuum chamber, it won't matter. Because even though it has no air resistance, you still have inertia to overcome. It won't work. You still have to orientate it front to back. Because the vacuum prevents air pressure, but it won't prevent inertia. Okay, sorry, you were saying, Vincent?
Yeah, I'm basically protected with spending money because I've got a hole in my hand.
Well, you got a hole in your hand to pay for your driving stuff.
No, you have to. What I do is I go to a different company that handles everything for me. Everything, and there's only one downside of it. If I want to buy something, I have to send an email, and the next day the money is on my bank account. But if I'm like, there's just enough to pay the bills, they will send you a text message from, nope, not gonna happen this month.
Ah,
Basically, I'm protecting myself.
yeah.
But
So
I've got one good thing. There's one good thing that I've got.
What is it? What's that?
Cooler Master Radiator 240 wrap.
Cool.
What is that for?
CPU for his computer.
That's for my CPU for my system. And tomorrow morning I'm getting my video card. It's already here, but I have to pick it up tomorrow. 3050 RTX.
I'm in the process of saving for a new computer.
I just built one, but I didn't have a video card yet. There's still an old video card in it.
And
I showed Matt what happens if I try to run 4K.
Oh,
It's not gonna happen.
so
Yeah, so that the video card's coming in tomorrow, and after I've got this all set up, then I'm gonna take my printer apart. I gotta do maintenance. I think one of my the weird sound that was happening.
yeah,
I think one of my TL smoothers is damaged.
could be.
So after I'm gonna take all the boards out, clean everything in the inside, check everything, and test it out tomorrow morning, tomorrow night.
Hey, Marco.
Hey. Fire, smoke.
So, ASUS said, is there a way to calculate how much filament a model will use? Yes. Your slicer will give you a good estimate of how much you need. When you slice the part, it'll tell you how much filament you need. And it's not precise, but it's close enough.
That's what I was just doing for my Iron Man helmet, 400 grams. So I was
Marco,
just checking through.
do you got his Twitch channel running in the background?
Jared Upton, hello. He's one of my friends here in Vegas.
Hey, Jared. Welcome. Thank you.
Remember, I had a picture on time. I had a picture of him a long time ago. He came over and he's like really tall and I'm really short.
Oh, I remember that image. I remember seeing that. Yeah. So welcome to the channel. You've been here before, though, haven't you? I believe you have. I think
Yeah,
I've
he's
seen
popped
you
in chat before.
Yeah, I remember.
He's waiting on his Fruits XL to come in the mail.
Wait, now you said hello, gentlemen. I would be very careful about how I use that word, gentleman, in this channel. Matt German, I print lithophane, the front and back, lithophane, face left and right. Well, if it's small, you won't get much of a wobble, but you're better off to do front to back. It is the physics says do it front to back along the y-axis.
I agree, unless you have some serious support.
Yeah.
Makerspace, hello.
Hey, Hutch, how are you?
You will get layer lines in them.
So, Matt, what did you think of your cameo on
Hot mix.
Hot Mix on Monday?
Yeah, it was good. I did seize up a little bit when I was saying you need to do 4 things, and I kind of froze right there, and I drew a blank. And I'm like, oh.
Thanks, you're just short.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. When you're not used to being on front of people, it's very, very different, you know.
Yeah, newbie, I always print left to right too. I don't go front to back.
I mean, if I take my measuring stick, Jard Upton, I think I pronounced it wrong. Jerry's run about 3 inches tall, and same with Liam. So they must be really short in real life.
Yeah, that's right. This hangout happens when I'm on my way to work. Oh, I do. Jerry does his on a Saturday afternoon, so that's probably better for you.
Yeah,
I do mine on Wednesdays midweek, and I do conflict with other people. But you know what? You can't make everybody happy all the time. So, but we try.
Well, there's always reruns. You can pretend it's live.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Watch reruns and pretend it's live.
You can. This is on YouTube and Facebook. Today I'm doing on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch.
There's
So
no crap.
there's places to watch it back later on.
Maybe later. Okay.
I'm getting my.
You need to brush your teeth.
Are you talking to me or the dog, Jerry?
Dog.
Okay. If you're talking to me, I'm going to say, "How dare you tell me to brush my teeth?" I know how to use toothbrush. I passed 5th grade. I passed 4th grade. So I'm going to do a bit of soldering tonight, guys. I want to make up extension.
Makerspace, hello. We've seen your first comment.
So you're in on Twitch and on YouTube. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say it. Man, bang enter. I'm doing a giveaway of a spool of filament from Yusu Filament. It's available in the US.
That's why I came over here. I knew.
Matt. No, Matt won last week. He can't win again. So it's for the US, UK, France, Germany, I think it's Spain. Let me verify. I'm sorry. I want to try to get this right.
I think Gtech did that before. He's like, "Oh no, you can't win. You just won last week." I think
I won't do that.
Yeah, you can always win. You can win every week in a row, and then it did just quit having contests. But
yeah,
anyway,
come on, update.
I'm not going to enter. Don't worry.
You can.
You could win it and gift it. That'd be the first, wouldn't it?
I did.
Win it
No.
No, he's done that before.
I
Well,
did
Win it for me and ship it over.
Yeah, let me find the message. I want to make sure I give the right information because I don't want to lie to you guys. So it is available in. Where is that message?
Well, I've got 2 new toys this week I've been playing with. I've got the 2 Trees diode laser that I done a video on that's working really well. And then yesterday I got in the Weedo IDEX printer. It's 300 by 300 by 400. It's printing right behind me, and I'll be doing a video on that. I did a live unboxing last night on Twitch.
Oh yeah, cool.
You guys are
Yeah,
very
cool.
loud.
It's available in the UK, US, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, and Spain.
I talk loud. I'm sorry, Matt. Turn your volume down.
No.
My wife says you talk too loud.
Who, me?
My wife, she likes to talk to me when she's not in the room or around the corner, and I can't hear her. If I don't have a line of sight, I usually can't hear what you're saying. So I go, huh, huh, huh. That's my number one word I say around the house is huh. So I don't understand.
What'd you say, Jerry? Huh?
Oh yeah, I dropped my internet. I cut my internet bill in half. I was on Gigablast, where I was getting 1,000 down, 35 up. Right now, I've hooked up my old modem this morning. I dropped my service yesterday down to now I'm getting 500 down and 10 up. Huge jump, huge difference going the wrong direction, and my video quality seems to be fine. So I think it was a good move. I cut my bill and. I went from 130 a month down to $59.99 a month. I dropped my landline and cut my speed drastically.
You'll find out for real when you start doing all the overlays. Hey, Sebastian, how are you? So remember, bang, enter if you want to enter the giveaway. A spool of Yusu filament. They will choose a type and a color. Built Over Bot got a last week on Wednesday got a spool of red PETG. What they shipped him. Why is that not loading properly? Let me reload that page. So I'm making up as I said, I'm making up these extension wires, but you can continue chatting, guys, all you want.
Oh, and the camera that Tim has, that close-up camera he got from AliExpress, they have similar ones on Amazon, but I went in and ordered the one from AliExpress. It appeared to be different from what they had on Amazon. I ordered like a week or so ago, and I checked yesterday because I never got an email from them, and it said if we don't ship in 2 days, we're going to give you a refund. So I've been waiting over a week for it to ship, so I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Well, that's weird.
But if they refund my money and eventually it's back to my credit card, then I'll just order it from Amazon. It'd make a great overhead cam, make like an aluminum, print out some corners and make like an aluminum conduit, box basically, and mount it in the center of it.
Sorry, Chad, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just making up these wires. Give me a moment. Okay, one done.
So how was your stream, Marco?
Oh yeah, it was all right. Sorry, you broke up a tiny bit then, but because it's really late here. I tried to start about 8-9 o'clock, and thought, come at the end, then I'll just give you a raid like I did with DeWitt the other night, because I'm streaming a lot earlier than you guys, aren't I? Really?
Yeah.
So I thought, why not have a couple of people send in a raid, and then if I leave in an hour, then everyone's happy at least, eh?
People that catch me on my live stream, please remind me to raid. Once again, if you were watching me last night, I forgot to raid. I ended the stream. I done that a few weeks ago. I just sometimes space out. I say goodbye and I end stream and I forget to raid somebody. So if I look like I'm going to wrap up, everybody type in chat raid or something so I bring it to my attention because I spaced it again.
Anyone experience with Gtech Printers? Yeah. Hey, Gtech Printers, Matt. Matt is a Gtech printer.
Yeah.
That's all he loves. Slim Pickens is asking about Gtech Printers.
Yeah, the A30 Pro, they're pretty good. All of them are A30 Pros now.
The A10 Pro, and Sebastian says not really rated the A30.
Huh. Oh yeah, that's a good idea, K2. Have Alexa remind me to do it.
Yeah, the nice part about the A10 Pro and the A30
Wallet
Pro,
activator.
You can exchange parts. So you can take the hot end from the A10 to the A30 Pro. It's the same, basically hot end and same casing, and it's brilliant. So if you have already an A10, I do recommend you to get an A30 Pro because they're really easily to handle, easier than the A10, and you have the offset too. So you just screw your bed all the way down.
Thank you.
Put a glass plate on top, and then use the Z basically to lower it to the right height so you can print. And
what you don't realize is Matt has shares in Gtech. He's been using so many of their printers, they actually allow them part ownership of the company.
I will be an unbiased opinion on the Gtech A30 though, because I've had the A10, the A20, the A20T, the A10M, and they've all gone to the graveyard, but Matt's A30s print absolutely amazing. I've seen them in action. I'm not a Gtech fan, but they are good printers.
Yeah.
So that's my opinion on the A30.
Yeah, a lot of us have various.
Everybody copies everybody, and some are good copies, some are bad copies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
all about who copies the best.
It usually comes down to how much money do you want to spend, and here's what you can get for your money.
Yeah.
Yeah, yesterday, since I had chat enabled and it was talking to me, my computer was talking to me, the program I was running, somebody turned my lights off in the living room, and somebody else had something in my shopping cart with Amazon because I have Alexas in the house. But nothing is on auto order, so nobody could have auto ordered, but they could throw it in my cart.
Oh, that's a pity, because if I was on and I knew that, I'd have been ordering the stuff.
Yeah, and Jared says get a Prusa. Yeah.
I don't have any
Sorry.
Prusas.
Tripod is doing a Prusa right now.
He is the kid. He won.
Okay.
That's the one he won from Royal. Big K2, how are you?
I think Prusa is too much.
Yeah, he says he turned the lights off on me. All right.
Price-wise, the Prusa is too expensive.
Then my wife-
Well, let's put it this way. I understand when you buy most other brands, you're not getting support because you're buying them from China, and the support can be weak at best in some cases, right? When you buy Prusa, you always have somebody at the end of a phone. Now, I'm not a Prusa user, but you always have somebody at the end of a phone. When you buy other brands, you're not guaranteed that. But in saying that, more and more of the Chinese brands are getting the message that they need to offer that type of service, and they're slowly getting it.
It's almost €1,000 to get an MK3.
Yeah, when I built the Prusa Mini, I had trouble with something on it, the thermistor or something. I contacted them during my live stream. They dropped in, watched my live stream, and then messaged me the problem. So,
Yeah.
Sector 3D, hello.
Hey,
Hey,
Subsector, how are
Subsector.
you? How is life? I'm just doing a bit of soldering for my my belt spinner. I need to do a bit of work on it. So
Everyone like the start of my little project.
Iron
Oh,
Man.
nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just thought
most
why
happy.
not?
Actually, no. The Prusa was not the original design. So I was saying most of our copies of Prusa is not real. Like people are saying the Prusa Mini is the Ender 2 and the Ender 2 Pro are copies of the Prusa Mini. The Ender 2 was out there before the Prusa Mini. So
I'll have to
saying
Google
all
that.
copies of Prusa is not real. It's not correct.
Anti-subjective.
Let me open up. Let me share a link. Right,
That's awesome.
Let me paste out the link there. One second, guys. There, if you want to come in and chat, there's a link. I want to make the Star Lord helmet. Okay,
Yeah, that's cool.
but
I'm going to make all the helmets all along the back here.
ooh, that would be a nice display.
And Vincey's talked me into making a sword. So
There sounds like he has the base.
Hey,
It's
Mike.
turned up.
Yeah,
I
if
sound
you
loud.
if you do a sword from Final Fantasy, then if you ever played the game, you got the materia balls. Basically,
yeah.
printed the materia ball in clear resin and put it in the sword. Because I was just looking for the sword, but from the remake of Final Fantasy VII, and I was like, print the material ball in clear resin and put lights on the outside in it and put it in there. So basically, the material balls glow up like it's powering up the sword.
Well, I can do that anyway because I do pouring resin in the studio. So
Exactly.
I'll just put lights inside it and pour the resin. So,
Yeah.
Jared,
be awesome.
I'm not dissing Prusa. They are very, very good with their support. I have had parts delivered to me within 2 or 3 days here in the States for other machines. So other companies are doing that. They offer decent support, and maybe at the most a week. And if the parts are in country, they're really fast. But it does depend on the brand. I agree. And Prusa support is fantastic. I'm not questioning their support one bit.
I was looking on the website today for Prusa. There's a waiting list between 2 and 4 weeks for the machine.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's a long wait. Jerry was waiting 12 or 16 weeks,
Yeah, I was waiting 3 months for mine.
and which is funny. It takes longer to get the kit than it does to get the assembled printer.
I don't know how long it took you to assemble yours, Matt.
0 hours.
He hasn't
It's
done
still
it
in
yet.
the box.
Yeah, that's a great place for a Prusa, in the box. Good on you, man.
I'm sorry, guys, but I
We're not
don't
going to
have
give
to
you
move.
any abuse about it.
I'm still moving, and before all my moving is done, I don't know where to put stuff. So I'm just happy that I got all
Do
my
we believe him,
7
guys? Do we
Gtechs.
believe him? No, sorry. I think he's scared to put it together because it's a kit. Come on, he's scared. Let's admit it.
No.
Come on.
Yeah.
Oi, babe, I don't need toilet paper rolls.
No, that's so you can start go crying in the corner because we're saying you're scared of it.
Yeah, it's all right. I'll clear off some space and we'll live stream it. We'll do a full day live stream putting together the Prusa Mini.
That's a good idea, actually. You can do it
Yeah.
over there, but you got the space.
I'd do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll give him support and the confidence to get it done.
Yeah.
That's a
Well,
great idea, actually.
it's actually Louise Loopy Lou who wants to.
Even better.
to
We don't want to see you on screen. We see you everywhere. We want Louise on
yeah,
screen.
thank you. Yeah, she said she can do it in under 6 hours.
Louise, challenge accepted.
Yeah. Get your drill
Yeah,
out.
if you can do it in 6 hours, I want to see
Get a
that
hammer.
happen.
Yeah.
I want to see that happen. It took Jerry 2 days, and he knows printers. So go on. I want to see that happen.
I do enjoy a good build. I'm not going to lie.
Oh yeah, I like building machines.
Yeah. I'm
Imagine my experience limited with the Elegoo and the Chinese printers.
But question now. Let's technically
Hey, Kieran.
let's say she does build it in 6 hours. What are we gonna say to Jerry?
Jerry will have to take the walk of shame, is what he'll have to do.
yeah.
All right, I'm just sealing up this. After heat shrinking it, I want to get it nice and tidy. That works. Oh, I made a mistake.
Oh no.
No, I did black, white, yellow. Black, white, yellow, red. No, I did okay. I did okay. I did black, white, yellow, red is the order I did the wire, so I'm okay. I remember. So on the other side, I need to do the opposite direction. I need to do black, white, yellow, red on the other side when I do it.
There's
it
only
needs to be a
one way to
one-to-one.
find
Yeah.
out. The
I
magic
came
smoke.
pretty late. What are you doing, Liam?
I'm extending the stepper motor cables for my belt printer because they won't. What I came with what's in the printer won't feed. Won't fit. Hey,
What's going on?
how are you?
Hey,
Oh,
Freeman.
Kieran. Well, before we do anything else, I have a special for Kieran. So I want to show off. First of all, I want to show off the first layer of this printer, right? And since Bear is not here, right? I wish Bear was in here so we can have a bit of fun. But this is I damaged it a little bit picking up, but this is the first layer of the printer. 500. It's a 450 by 450 print, and since Kieran is in here, this is a special for Kieran, right? The wannabe Australian, as Bear would say. Toy me kangaroo down, sport. How's that, Kieran? Sorry, I've been waiting all day to do that one.
Yeah, that Prusa Mini kit I had, I intentionally got a kit to save $50, and I figured it'd be a fun, long live stream, and it wound up being, like 4 hours. I live streamed for 2 days doing it.
Yeah, I
So
was
let's see if
there.
Kieran responds.
And then I wasn't reading the instructions myself. I was going off the people on screen to kind of coach me because I couldn't read the PDF from where I was standing, and it just took longer. But it was all right. It was fun.
Yeah. That's what the kits are all about, though. They're not about who can do it faster. It's the fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
half the fun in a 3D printer is putting it together and working on things. So you slam through it and you missed all the fun. And now, okay, let's print models again.
Yeah.
And the reason
I'm enjoying. I love the build stuff. I like actually doing
Yeah.
live builds and live setups. Like doing the soldering like this. This is fun, right?
I hate soldering.
I was talking about that topic tonight in Marco's stream. Buy an ender and you learn the ways to fix stuff, and you know how the machine works. Instead of buying like a complete build, and it's running straight out of the box. You will never learn anything, and what's the fun in that?
We understand the reasons why, Kieran, but I thought it was funny because it was like a wobble board that he used in the songs. um, yeah, well, putting together a printer, you learn a lot about a printer.
Yeah,
And uh, here, no offense to the Prusa's, it's a good machine, but I see the Prusa as being the iPhone of the 3D printing industry. You know,
Yes.
so where you put it together, it just 99% of the time it just works. Where other machines you have to do, like an Android, you have to do some work in it, but the Android is a far more versatile phone than the iPhone is. So,
yeah.
hey, Freeheaton, hey, how are you? I think watching the live build this is so much better. I agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
Jerry saves himself $50 and spent 2 days putting it together. The accuracy was personally.
If you were the first person out there to ever do a video on a product, you'd want to watch it live step by step. But if you've seen a zillion of them, you can kind of speed through that part in a time lapse and get on to the person talking about it. So
Yeah.
it all depends how many are out there.
Regarding the Ultimaker, they're industrial machines. They're $2,000 to $3,000. They're not home user machines. And if you pay that much for a machine, then you want an industrial grade machine. That's the difference between an Ultimaker. Like that's like having the difference between having an iPhone and owning the telephone exchange, right? An industrial machine is very, very different beasts altogether.
Yeah.
So you compare, like it's like me saying, I'm going to compare an IDEX, any of the IDEX I have here, for in comparison to a $10,000 IDEX I can buy from IT3D that's custom made and it's top of its line out there, you know. So it's very, very different beast. What's the subsector say? Let's see. Sorry, I'm just looking over here. Okay. So yeah, it's not a fair comparison.
Take care, Subsector.
Take care, subsector. Have a good one.
Yeah.
So I'll just get these cables cleared up ready. I just shorten the cable a little bit.
New person dropping in. I can't pronounce the name. Garces.
Glaciers.
Oh, Glasseries. Yeah, Glasseries. Yeah. Is he
Hello.
dropped in? I don't see him where. Oh, he just joined. Oh, I thought he was dropping in on screen. Okay.
No.
Let me share out the link. 1 second, guys. Just let me finish this.
One thing we always do on these hangouts, whenever possible, we try to recognize everybody in chat and talk to everybody. A lot of people that
There's the
stream
link, guys.
don't usually pay attention to chat very much, and we always try to talk to chat. If we do miss you and you get mad, well, we read it or we've seen it. We just got tied up in what we were talking about. But we always read chat and pay attention to what's going on. Hey, Stephen.
Cool, but some people don't have the technical skill for it. You know, even if you don't have technical skill, getting into 3D printing in any shape or form means it's not like a 3D printer is not an inkjet printer. A 3D printer is saying, I have or I want to learn some technical skills to be able to do A, B, and C, to build something. Like, you won't turn around and buy a skill saw when you don't know how to turn it on to cut a piece of wood, right?
Yeah.
You don't buy a multimeter when you don't know how to measure you know how the basics of how to use it. You want to gain a skill. Hey, Stephen. So, saying
talking about multimeters, you still have my multimeter, right?
Yeah, it's on top of your Me Creator too.
it's on eBay. But so it's saying you can. I would not say. I'd never say you get a printer and there's no printer that requires zero skills unless you pay a couple of $1,000s, and you include support, because when you pay support, then they come to you to repair it, right? And you can, if it's not working, you kind of say it's not working, and they have somebody turn up to fix it for you, whatever it is, or you hire someone in a business who does know it. That's how it is. It's on the cheap machines, like anything under $2,000 or $1,500 or less, requires you to gain knowledge.
Yeah. Look at when I started. I bought my Ender Pro. Took me about 6 months to get it printing pretty okay. Been running now for almost 3 years.
Yeah.
But it took me almost 6 months to figure out how to set it up
Hey,
the
Kieran.
right way.
Hey,
How's it
Kieran.
going?
How was life treating you? Did you like my dedication to you?
Troublemaker.
I thought you were
Hey,
going to
mate.
stick it across the window and make it into a window shade.
No. I thought it'd be better off to dedicate it to you. You know, time grew
Is
down.
that just one layer thick? How big's your nozzle?
That's actually one, and that's actually 2 layers. Well, it's one. Well, let's put it. Let me rephrase that. Okay, it's 1 3/4 layers because I stocked it before halfway through, or most of the way through the layer 2. So if you look
What?
at this part here is 1 layer, and this is layer 2. You see the
How
color
long was
difference?
it taking to print a single layer?
4.5 hours on a 0.4 nozzle.
Oh no.
I'm not making it up, guys. 4.5 hours on a 0.4 nozzle at
Bloody
50
hell.
millimeters, which is a normal print speed you use on most.
You wouldn't want to go
FDM.
any faster on a bed that size.
Actually, I was running the layer 2. All of layer 1 was on a 50, no problem.
Hey, Free Heathen, I PM'd you. I whispered to you a couple. Sorry, let me interrupt real quick. Free Heathen, I whispered to you a couple days ago when you were live. Check out your whisper I sent you. Sorry, I interrupted.
No, go ahead. No,
But I would have lost my train of thought and never said it again.
So they, I didn't. No, no.
It's gone
The
now. Yeah.
first layer was going at 50. The second layer was going well at 50, and I decided. And the guys that were on stream, because I was streaming when I was doing a bit
Yeah,
of it.
I saw that and seeing how far you're going to push it. I saw
And I brought it
300.
up to 200%, and it went fine at 100 millimeters. But it's straight lines, so straight lines
Yeah,
are not
yeah.
hard. So let's
Anything with
see.
angles or curves it may come off the tracks. Yeah.
My industry has needed a significant amount of technical knowledge to get it working well. Some do. I've unboxed hiccups. I've unboxed industries live on stream and had it printing live on stream without any issues. So
Yeah.
I've never had an issue with mine. I've extended it to the height of a CR10 and I've direct drive it. I've never had an issue with it.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going to pop off in 10 minutes, take the boss up to the doctor's, but I just
Oh,
popped
gee,
in
who must
because
be
of
obeyed?
I
Yeah,
showed
yeah,
the guys
that's
how
fine.
I did it with my bed. I had my bed was bent out of the box. So
Well, but guys, this is a 500 millimeter bed and they're printed flat
Yeah. That's
out of the
good.
box.
yeah, that's really nice.
So Tech
I,
Dad said he's going to buy one of them.
I had a nice delivery yesterday. My quantum equivalent filament turned up.
From whom?
There's a company called Form Futura. It's called. The company is Form Futura, and it makes it unlike quantum. It comes in a 750 gram spool, not the 500 spool that the quantum comes on. So it's a lot more value for the buck. It still costs me $60, which is about $50 for the roll.
Yeah.
Quantum, I think quantum is $40 US. That's only for a 500 gram
Oh, wow.
spool. It's quite expensive.
It is. Ben, I will eventually. I'll be testing with the 0.4, but I will eventually put a 0.8 on nozzle on this for sure. And if I get a decent design, if I manage to get my hands on a volcano hot end, I will put a volcano and then go with a 1 millimeter nozzle.
Sorry, Free Hidden. You can get it as a 5-pack. They're all 750 gram spools, but as a color change, it works really well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Not really. Boss wants more of these in different colors now, so I got to keep
So Kieran,
Free Heathen, read the comment above the link I sent you is what I was referring to.
yeah, Kieran, you, Sue, are doing a quantum equivalent, right? A bicolor,
Yep.
and they're starting it here in the US on Amazon. I think I want to say it's $30 for a spool of 1 kilo.
Yeah,
For a quantum.
that sounds reasonable. I thought for the this is silk, so silk's bigger anyway.
No, it's a
than,
silk. No,
than-
what they're doing is a silk.
Yep.
Oh shit.
So
If you got a giant spool of film, how would you dry it? And I wouldn't want to try that one.
Easy.
Dehumidifiers. Yeah, food
I have a
dehydrators.
dehumidifier. I
Fine.
put my
Yeah,
tuna.
yeah.
Like, okay, let me show you the spools I use.
You can get the dehydrators, regional size dehydrators for about $50. They're not that expensive for a food
Yeah.
dehydrator.
So this is a normal 1 kilo. This is a 2.5 kilo, and I dry these in a deep food dehydrator. That's
Mhm.
plenty. No
You
problem.
can even get commercial dehydrators second hand for quite cheap.
Yes, you can.
Because they get used a lot in Australia and that for making biltong and jerky. Feel like over here with the South Africans make jerky
Yeah.
and biltong.
That's
So
what I
they're
use.
quite
I
cheap
use
here.
the top part of my food dehydrator. Just
Okay.
build a box, but I didn't need to destroy the inside of my dehydrator. So drill the hole out of it, put the lid on the top of a box, small holes on the side so the heat can dissipate, and that's how I made my dryer.
So the Sunlu is not the Sunlu dehumidifiers. You mean about the sun
The filament dryers. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
they're not good for drying filament.
it needs to have a fan in it. I have one. It needs a fan in it though.
Yeah. Hey, Sergio.
Hey,
Hey,
How you doing?
working on my palette.
Yeah,
I was
you got
really
it
busy
tuned pretty
working on
good
the
now.
chain
Yep.
gang.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Nice
that looks
display.
good, man.
Nice.
Nice.
Now he's just rubbing it in. That it's tuned now. He's just rubbing it in.
Doing some test prints. But yeah, no, it's doing a nice job. Although this particular profile was meant for the MMU,
Yeah.
but I threw it on there anyway, and it didn't do too badly. A little bit fuzzy, but
You'll get it though.
Okay.
You'll tune
What
it.
are the purge towers like on it? They're still a reasonable sized purge tower because the Palette 2, the purge towers were quite large. I suppose I've optimised it with the 3. A lot better on the purge towers, I don't know.
yeah, it's a lot easier than when the Palette 2 came out. The newer version of the palette, the updated software, has made it a lot easier.
And the Palette can talk to your printer direct now, which version 2 didn't, correct? You can it actually controls the printer now. Is that right? The
Well,
USB?
I never got to use it while it was still with the older software, with the older version.
Okay.
So I expected to have to make a lot of changes and, tuning sort of. But I tell you, right out of the box, I thought, so I was
Hey,
having problems in the beginning with the splices, but it turns out it was my fault. It was the way I had it set up. The palette had a hard time pulling the filament.
Oh,
So
What was it pulling off then? Just on an ordinary spool holder?
no, I had it inside of a rep box.
Ah, Pooch. It's all Pooch's fault then. It was Pooch's
It's all
fault. No
Pooch's
wonder.
fault, yeah.
oh, blame Pooch. He's
But
okay.
it was
Yeah,
the way I had it. The way I had it on there. It's a little more.
Have you got the 4 spool or the 8 spool Palette 3?
I believe. Oh, the 4.
Okay, the stand, yeah, not the Pro with the 8 spool.
First time chatter, Foo1212Y. I'll call him Fuzzy. Hello.
Yeah, I said hi to already
Yep.
to
I'm gonna pop off, guys. Take the boss up to the doctors, but I should be back in 10 minutes or even less.
All right, well, we'll be here.
all right. See
Yeah,
you in a bit,
that's
mate.
what I'm afraid of. That's what I'm afraid of. So,
You're gonna be streaming on your phone. We're gonna be in your pocket talking away. So.
See you in a bit, Karen.
yeah,
We'll
go
be
to
in
the
a bit,
doctors.
mate.
You don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear that conversation.
Oh, the 1-2 is an R. Okay, so his name is Furry. Okay, Furry.
Okay, I'll be back.
Oh, okay, interesting. So welcome.
Now we can talk crap about him.
No, we'll talk crap to Kieran's face. He's used to it. It's you we talk about behind your back all the time.
Hey, Britt.
Oh yeah, no, my ears are burning.
Hey,
all the
Britt,
time.
how are you? I'm just doing more soldering.
Hey, this low.
You have an Ender 3 Pro and an
Hey,
Elegoo
Brady,
saddle.
Brady.
Nice. I don't have any Elegoo. I had an Ender 3 Pro, but I've torn it apart to turn it into a belt spinner, which I'm making up cables for it right now. That's what I'm doing as we speak.
I had a V2 and I sold it. I guess I should have kept it and got rid of my older printers.
So red. No, I had it right. I have to put on the shrink wrap first before I solder it. So if you want to join, Britt, let me paste the link. There's a link if you want to come in and join the conversation. You're welcome. You know you are. Kieran will be said he'll be back in a while.
I think he's taking his wife to the doctor.
Yeah. And I'm just getting some stuff ready for some soldering done for some cables I need to make.
For all this IDEX and printing stuff, I got to go back and set up another table and start working on the belt printer again. Oh, the one thing I was mentioning, Liam, that other link I sent you to that guy that's doing a belt printer for another company, when that bracket comes down at an angle, it has another plastic L bracket that attaches to that comes straight out, and then his stock hot end is mounted on that. In one of his videos, he doesn't talk about it, but you can see it. There's an additional bracket that comes off the two bolts where you would normally put your ABL or your BL Touch, and that turns into another bracket that mounts a stock hot end. It's what it looks like.
Okay.
So
they're using a stock hot end, we're not. Okay.
Well, we got to get somehow figure out how we're going to put a blower fan on it. So the stock setup might be the way to go as long as the shroud don't hit the bed. And that's probably why they changed the angle of it.
Yeah, well, it will hit the bed. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Your costume maker, Iron Man. Ooh, nice. Is it professional you do it, or is it just like, I don't know, hobby stuff, or what? How do you do costumes for? I do a lot of printer reviews and lasers and CNCs and 3D printers like this monstrosity here. I mean, monstrosity cosplay client. Oh, nice. Brit, do you know Brit? If you don't know Sith Lord Brit, you should. She's big into that for Star Wars stuff.
Fuzzy, do you stream?
Oh, Jerry, can you do shout outs for everybody?
Working on it.
Thank you.
Oh, yes, please.
While I'm busy soldering.
24 followers away from getting me 50.
Nice.
Hey, Jerry.
Yes.
Are you emptying out your place? Because it sounds like you got a bit of an echo behind you.
I don't know why that is actually, but when I streamed yesterday and I was standing over there, I was echoing on my mic, and I'm not sure why you're hearing
You
that.
increase the gain on your mic, or you turn something up too high, like the volume.
Maybe.
What about this? Does that help me?
Oh, that's too low.
You talk and tell me when to stop.
Hello,
Yeah.
Okay, there is a volume button on the front of it. And I do remember messing with it and cranking it all the way up. So
that's good.
All right. Okay,
Vince?
thanks.
Vince, you said that we quit for how many? For 3 of them?
I don't know. I have to check it out.
Yeah, I would run about at least 12.
Okay.
For what?
But let me know how much they are first.
I'm gonna send you the picture first before I'm going to order.
Thank you.
Okay, and soon I'm jerry rigging my. Yes, Jerry.
Jerry rigging.
Yeah.
Jerry is rigged.
Yeah, people jerry rig things and they take naps all the time. So I'm on everybody's mind and they don't even know it.
Oh, by the way, guys, you can do bang, enter. I'm giving away a spool of filament at the end of the stream tonight at around 10 p.m. my time. You have to be here to win. Bang, enter, and you can enter to win a spool of Yusu filament. Our winner last week, Filtoverbot, got a spool of red Petchy. So, and we are open to having people come in and chat and hang out with us. We only ask that we try and be respectful. We try to keep it fairly family friendly, but it's not always family friendly. But we try and keep it as close to. We all make steps. We're adults. Come on, let's be honest, right? But we try and keep it as close to family friendly as possible. We don't give each other abuse on stream.
Yeah, if you cuss a little here and there, it's fine. Just don't do it in excessive amount.
Yeah, unless you're talking to Jerry, then it's all okay.
Yeah, I dropped my vape pen the other day and I had a few choice words that kind of popped out of my mouth.
I saw that. Yeah. You are live on my. Oh, you're hosting. Thank you for the host. Thank you so much. Very much appreciated. It helps bring visibility to the channel. As I said, we do a lot of 3D printing, lasers, CNC. Some of it, I have a whole pile of diode lasers. Jerry has some diode lasers. Jerry and I have CO2 lasers. Sergio has a fiber laser, and some printers. And Jerry has lots of printers. And we have a big mismatch of stuff. And I do a lot of reviews, so I get a lot of big. This is my biggest machine ever. This is a 500 by 500 by 600 build volume, which is enormous. You could probably do body armor on this thing in one print. So it's a.
I'm now Furry. I'm now following you. I want everybody go over and follow Furry. I can see a picture of him here in his emoji. I haven't watched any of his videos yet, but I did go ahead and give him a follow.
Cool. Yeah, we have some cosplayers that come in and hang out with us. Brit being one of them. And we have a few others that do come in every now and again. People who've built their own Iron Man outfits and so on. So we have a bit of a mixed bag, but they're all good people and they all enjoy the maker community and they participate in a big way. Some of us do more models, like Jerry does a lot of models and stuff printing. Matt does lithophanes, tactile 3D. Vincent does a mixture of everything.
Still learning.
Marco does a lot of lithophanes, but does a mixture of stuff. Yeah, there you go. Here, let me make you full screen, Jerry, while I'm.
Paul the alien is resin printed. I have two this size, and if that offends anybody, he's pointing up to the sky. And then I got a full size one back there behind me, and I got a big Ghostbuster card. I've got in my other room, I've got boxes and boxes of models and resin prints, and I've done hundreds and hundreds of models.
Jerry, your printer's going crazy behind you.
Oh, great! Oh, it is printing in there.
Oh, yeah, the fail print. Well, it did leave the bed earlier on, so that's the reason why, right?
Yeah, this is a model that is just almost finished.
Well, but his oh nice, yeah, that's the Battlestar, is it?
X303 from Stargate.
Oh, Stargate, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Stargate.
Stargate.
So
thank you for letting me know. I wasn't watching my camera.
I do a lot of practical prints, a lot of like usable prints where it comes to doing like making prints to fix something is what I do a lot of. Jerry and I, let me turn this off for a second while I talk. I'm only wasting gas. Jerry and I are both working on a belt printer. So I'm working on the cables for this right now. But this is a belt printer we are building. And it's it used to be an Ender 3, but now it's an Ender -3. And it's been converted into a belt printer. And what I'm doing right now is I'm making up cables to extend the cables to make it to plug in the stepper motors and stuff. So that's what I'm up to. But we're all doing different stuff. Jerry got his first IDEX. Congratulations, Jerry. If you haven't used an IDEX machine before, once you get them tuned and you get them working, they're fantastic. I don't use IDEX for dual color prints that much. I normally use them for mirror and duplication mode, mostly duplication mode. But I do toys. I do the toys for Tots program, and so I use them to print a lot of toys for that. And they are fantastic because you fill a bed with parts. You print one head, you print one half of the bed, the other half of the bed, so you get the whole bed done in half the time, which is phenomenal.
Here's my first multicolored print. At least here's half of it.
Oh, let me bring it up full screen. That's looking good.
Yeah, it came out perfect, but the wrap was lifting on the front left corner when it went down, so that was the reason it eventually failed. As it got taller, it got heavier. And then I had kind of a draft shield around it that I peeled off, and then I peeled off the wrap that was underneath it. But I'm going to have to redo that. I'll just clean the bed. and
Is
I'll
it
be
on
doing.
Index?
Yeah, it looks really good though.
Yeah, I don't see anything. I mean, it looks perfect. Yeah,
That looks really clean. That's
I don't
that's
see
a
any
good print.
damage on it.
Yeah.
So,
IDEX for duplication mode is pointless because actually no, it's faster. IDEX for duplication is actually faster because you print at normal print speeds. You just have two heads printing. That's the only difference. It's no different than printing one part with a single head. You're just doing it with two heads. You're doing twice the parts at the same amount of time.
Right, because you're not doing a purge block.
Well, you have no purge blocks in an IDEX.
Right.
You have
That's
no,
what I'm saying.
you have no purge blocks. You're not wasting material. You have no, well, you know, that's for dual color. But even if you're doing duplicate mode, you have no, there's no purging or anything. It's the same.
yes,
with the
yes.
normal-
Each time the head comes back in, it purges a little bit of film at 3 or 4 inches long, wipes it, and then goes over. So
yeah,
yes,
a tiny amount,
a tiny bit. Yeah.
and you can tune that to be even smaller. But no, they're not all big bed pushers. No, not all like a normal printer. A lot of FDM printers are what 300 by 300 by 400. Most IDEX out there are 300 by 300
Buzzy
by
just
400.
rated you with 2 viewers.
Who?
Buzzy just rated you. Furry,
Oh,
excuse me.
thank you.
Sorry.
Oh, hey, thank you for the raid.
I'll
Yeah,
eventually remember that.
Thank you for the raid. Thank you so much. It's
Yeah,
very-
guys, I'm going off. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, and I have to get up
Okay,
early.
Vincent.
Well, have a great night,
good
Vincent.
weekend.
Get lots of sleep.
Yeah.
Go drink a soda
want-
before you go to bed. Go down a soda first.
Yeah.
No, sugar to keep him awake all night.
I know, that's why I said.
Nope.
You're
Bye,
evil,
everyone.
Jerry. You're evil. Yeah, so it's actually IDEX is faster, way faster. Like if you don't have an IDEX, I have 4 of them, and I'm telling you here now, they are really easy to operate with, and they print in duplication mode really fast, like a normal print. So whatever speed you normally use for printers, you can do for 2.
This is my first half of a print, and you know, I'm a painter. I can paint, and this came out perfect. Looks great.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. Now, when you're doing 2 colors, it's slow because you have to print one color and it has to go over in park, and then the other one has to come out and print and go over in park. That's not duplication mode. That's 2 color or 2 material modes, right? But in duplication modes, both heads come out and they print at the same time on the bed, half and half of the bed.
Like we say, 2 heads are better than 1, right?
Yes. And in the mirror mode, they come out in the bed and print at the same time, but they go opposite directions. Multicolor prints, yeah. I have, so Sebastian, I don't know what you heard about them being slow or big bed pushers. They're the size, like, this is not an IDEX and this is a big
Any
bed.
machine can be cranked up on speed. You can crank up anything in firmware.
As long as you tune it correctly, yes. As long as you tune your settings right, you can print faster. It doesn't change the print speed. I have the RSD, I don't have the Pro version, and I print like a normal FDM printer without issues, continuously. That middle one machine here is the RSD Pro, right? Or not RSD, I don't have the Pro. Hey Chris, let me bring you back in. Hey Chris. Mr. Mink, how are you, sir?
I'm good, guys. How you doing?
Hey, Chris, how you doing?
Chris?
If it was any better, I'd be twins. God forbid today.
One's more
One
than
of
enough,
me's enough.
Astro. Trust us.
One of me is way more than enough. Yeah, well, 50 is about average for an FDM printer. And you also have to remember one other thing, Sebastian. You are printing with a direct drive printer. So print speeds on a direct drive are slower than a Bowden. And a lot of people are going to argue this with me, and I know it's going to come, and I know what? I don't care. On an on a direct drive, you have all of the weight of the stepper motors and so on to push around when the x-axis is moving. You print too fast on that, you're going to have problems with printing. You're going to have print quality issues. If you had a direct drive in a single extruder and you print fast over 50 or 60, you're going to run into problems anyway. You turn around. Hey, good night, Jared. If you turn around and if you have a Bowden, I have the WeRec 40 is a Bowden style printer, but it's an IDEX. I can print faster on that because it's Bowden, because the print heads are lighter. So you have to think of the mass you're moving around and the inertia. You have to think a little bit about the physics involved.
This printer behind me, I didn't fine tune anything. I didn't re-level the bed. I didn't adjust the nozzles. I didn't check the belts. I just started printing. So
Yeah, and it's a nice machine. I like the Wii, though. It's a good machine. I've printed on it many times.
As an aside, Tripod's got his Mini up and running. He's just putting his first print on it, a real
His Mini
print on it
was.
at the moment.
Oh, he
And
didn't
so
get the
that
kit then, so he got the.
he got 4 bolts and 3 cables to plug in, basically.
pretty much,
Yep.
pretty much,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah, he didn't do it, Jerry. Then okay.
No. But we all do agree that was the best $50 Jerry did not spend to build his
Oh
kit over
yeah,
those 2 days.
we had a ball in that stream.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Jerry enjoyed himself as well, but that was still the best $50 he never spent in his life for us.
Yeah, I agree. It was fantastic.
Imagine if I would have built my Hypercube on streams. That was like 5 or 6 videos. That would have been a month of streams or something.
Hot
to
in
build
the
it.
stuff.
Yeah, no worse than Tim in the rat rig.
Well, on my stock's cooling on my Artisty is great. I was one of the first people to get the Artisty, the standard, and it prints like a champ. I haven't changed anything on it except the nozzle. So I don't know why you're having too many problems.
Did you guys see the new Flusun? What's coming out with 400 MMS a second?
The new big one.
Yeah, the new big one coming out.
No, that's not Prusa. That's
not Prusa.
that's-
Flusun.
FL Sun.
FL.
Yeah, that's a Delta.
I call him Flusun.
Yeah, FL Sun.
FL Sun. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I say it wrong. But they're coming out with a new printer, 400 MMS a second.
I've seen that. That looks like a nice machine.
Yeah, they're making a group right now about it too. So
I know, I'm in the group.
and it's 70% off
Yeah,
for
but
the people in the group.
yeah, I'm in the group. I'm not going to be buying it. I don't need one.
I don't know. I'm not going to buy either, but I don't know where to put
I
it
all
anyway.
this video chat. We're all on a system called StreamYard, and on StreamYard gives you the ability to have multiple people on screen, and then we all stream out to one source. So it's my source, being my channel, or channels. That I'm doing a multi-stream right now.
You log into StreamYard, you don't download it on your computer. You can have up to 6 people on screen for free with
Yeah.
their logos and stuff in the corner. If you wish to buy it monthly, it's $25 a month. You can have up to 10 people on screen. If you want the pro version, you can have 12 people on screen. It's $50 a month. Of course, if you buy it yearly, it's a lot cheaper. And you simply give people the link and they log into your system. If for any reason you're the one streaming and you go offline, the stream will stay running until you come back in because you're logged into StreamYard. And everybody else will still be on screen until you decide to pop back in and continue to stream or shut it down.
I have a question for you, Jerry.
Yeah.
Did you breathe anytime during that whole presentation? You seem to have got a run on it, and you didn't even take a breath. So that's why I'm asking.
And if you need a referral link, either Liam or myself can send you a referral link. And if you should ever choose to buy it, then we would get a small commission on it. But since Liam has the
Post
stream,
yours. No, go post yours.
okay.
Jerry could be an auctioneer.
Yeah. So Jerry, on your last video, you asked people had any comments on how to make your videos better.
Yes.
Here's the number one for you. Take a breath. Slow down a little.
Breathe.
Yeah, I talk too fast.
Yeah, you talk way too fast. It's like, blah, 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 blah. It's like, what? What do you?
Yeah,
what
when
is-
I go 100 miles an hour. Yeah.
Chris hasn't seen one of the few streams I did. You think Jerry talks fast?
Oh, it ran out of gas. I have to refuel this. Sorry, I ran out of gas.
Uh-oh.
But other than that, Jerry, they're great videos. They really are.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, StreamYard is good. You can come in and join us if you want to.
Here's a referral link to StreamYard if you want to check them out. They also stream every Sunday night at 6 p.m. on YouTube for 30 minutes. They take questions and explain things. They have a Facebook group also, which explains how to run the program and do things. but anybody can use it free. And what's good about StreamYard is if you just want to chat with your neighbor, your buddy in another state, or a relative, you don't have to go online. You send them the link, they log in on your computer, you talk to each other, you work on your problems. You don't have to go live.
Yep.
So you can kind of like be in the background. And that's the way a lot of us communicate with each other with problems. You don't need to go live. Unless you want to share what you're doing with the world, then you just go live on whichever platform, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, and then if you're going to go solo, just use OBS or something. You don't have to even use StreamYard. I prefer it's 720p. Facebook, I think, does 720p. Twitch or YouTube will do 1080p, but only if you have the pro plan, you can use 1080p. Otherwise, on the regular standard plan or the free, it's 720p. So, anyway.
Yeah. So, we all a lot of us use StreamYard. There's also Ustream and a few other services, but then they don't all have the ability to invite guests. There's ways to do it with OBS, but it's kind of messy through OBS Ninja, but it's not the easiest process.
There's one other that's similar to StreamYard as well. What's the other one? There's one more as well.
Melon?
Melon.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Melon, I tried that briefly and complete
there is
crap.
one other. It is similar to StreamYard. It's free for limited numbers, which is.
Oh, you're
I think
talking
Solon's
about.
used it before.
Geesh.
If you see any videos, anybody advertising for Melon talking about how great it is, guess what? Everybody on camera is getting paid to say it, and they don't use it because it sucks.
Yeah, it does. It's not good.
It's crap.
You know what? A lot of people complain about OBS. I'm using OBS right now, and I can switch to any one of my cameras. I don't have any problems whatsoever.
It works great.
OBS is fine, except when you start stacking on things like overlays and
my OBS
drop
is
and all that. Because OBS, some of the stuff really sucks on resources.
Well,
it does. It uses Google Chrome.
I have to admit,
and Google Chrome's a hungry little beast, for the want of a better word.
I was on with Llama the other day playing with Fusion, and there was something I did on screen, and I kept crashing Fusion. It's like, what the hell's going on? And I went to my system resources, and Chrome was gobbling everything up, and I don't know why.
Chrome is a power-hungry beast.
So,
because every overlay, every game, everything else is running in its own little Chrome shell.
That's why I don't use them. I've stopped using them because of that. So if you want to come in and hang out with us, let me paste the link here. Paste. There's a link. If you just mute the tab in your OBS or in your Twitch, and then click on that link. Saganaki, Sebastian. I have links there, but I have nobody on them. You need to have camera, guys. If you're going to join, you have to have camera. It won't let you in otherwise.
yeah, we need to see who you are if we don't recognize the name and make sure nothing crazy going to happen.
Yeah. So please, cameras on if you're going to come into us. Saganaki. Just turn on your camera and your audio and your mic, and I can see you, and then I'll let you join us. I'm fine with people joining as long as people behave on stream. I'm good. If you don't, when you come in, you will be banned by Twitch, because everyone who misbehaves gets reported. We are trying to keep it clean. So, Upsmaker, hey, how are you?
Hello.
That's fine.
So, I want to ask you a quick question. I think you guys covered it earlier, but what is the difference in the Prusa's in the kit versus like the mini?
The kit is like 200 pieces. You have to put almost everything together completely. And if you buy the one that's not the kit, you basically put in 4 bolts, a couple plugs, like John is doing over on his stream, and you're done.
So you literally have to build the whole frame, build the rails, build the idlers.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's basically
it's literally a kit.
You'll save $50 on it, but yeah, it's fun. They're fun putting together. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, it just takes a bit of time.
If you're all thumbs and not mechanically inclined, then get something you only put 4 screws in. But you look like you know what you're doing. So,
Rosie, how are you?
Hey, Furry. He's Furry.
Hey.
Yeah.
Glad to meet you. Get something you only put 4 screws in, but you look like you know what you're doing.
Mute your Twitch, please.
Oh, sorry. Hold on.
No problem. Take your time. It happens, everybody.
Yep.
Sorry
It's
about
happened
that.
Oh, you're in the
Yeah,
UK. Where in the UK are you?
I need earphones now.
You're in Scotland.
I think he's looking at the StreamYard video. He needs to go to.
Yeah, mute your
You're-
StreamYard. Go close
Oh,
down.
right.
Sorry, not StreamYard. Sorry, sorry. Mute your or close down your Twitch.
hold
In your
on.
web browser.
Your Twitch browser. Mute the tab. There you go. So you're
There
in
we go,
Scotland. Yeah,
There you go.
you're in Scotland.
Cool,
I
man.
can't hear you. You're not. We can't hear you now.
I think he's muted the wrong one.
You
Yeah.
may have muted the wrong one. Yeah.
He'll figure it out in a minute. He's
So
muted
you're
right
already
now.
muted. I can see that. So unmute your StreamYard and mute your Twitch.
Throw him on a big screen so it'll make him more nervous. He'll figure it out.
He's
No,
all
I
right.
wouldn't. No, it's okay. It's okay. There you go. So,
We can hear you now.
are you in? Where are
Say
you
something.
based? In Scotland? Okay, you're not talking now. Are you in Scotland?
I've not got the mic sorted out now.
Oh, we can hear you.
You're
Oh, we
fine.
can
No,
hear
you're
you
good now.
fine.
You're good. We can hear you. You're all good now.
Oh, it's working now, yeah?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
So, where in Scotland? Where in Scotland are you based?
Oh no, I can hear myself. Oh,
Okay.
no, I know what it is now. Sorry, I know what it
Close
is.
down your Twitch is all you have to do. Close Twitch.
Done.
Everybody goes through this when they first start using it. It's normal.
And if people want to drop in, you just have audio. You can do that and just have a picture and emoji. You don't have to be on screen. So
So tell us about it. So where in Scotland are you based? Sorry?
I think he's still got the wrong one muted.
Maybe.
So I'm 30 minutes from Glasgow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can hear a Glaswegian
Just
accent
turn
there.
the gain down a bit.
I can hear the Glaswegian accent. It's pretty strong. So
Yeah.
you still have Twitch open? No. Open where the tab
I
is,
don't,
you have
I
Twitch
don't
on
have
the phone.
Twitch open.
You do. It's in the
Um,
background because that's why you're getting audio feedback.
I'm not. You just carry on. I'll sort this out.
Okay. Well, all right. So we're just trying to introduce
All
ourselves.
good.
and-
You just talk away, and I'll get it sorted.
No
All right.
problem. So, well, we talk about each other's projects, what we're working on, and it looks like you've got an Iron Man in the background. That's kind of cool.
I'm looking at that mannequin with the lay on and the cowboy hat, and I start thinking about the YMCA.
Yeah.
I'm looking at that mannequin with the lay on and the cowboy hat, and I start thinking about the YMCA.
Now we know where Jerry's mind goes, huh?
Yes, exactly. That's not a good
Music
call, is it?
video.
Oh, we
Yeah,
get
we're
more
here. We're here in Twitch.
Yeah, we're hearing Twitch in the background. So if you mute, you need to mute your Twitch tab.
You can hear us through StreamYard. You can hear us. Just
Yeah.
shut down everything what you have open on your computer.
Except StreamYard.
Yeah.
So the non-kit version of the Prusa Mini would take maybe 30 minutes. Yeah.
Be right
Yeah,
back.
that's how long it took John, pretty much for 30 minutes. Yep.
Well, let me just. We're playing with fire, guys.
Got it.
Yeah, you do.
Turn Twitch off.
There we go.
That's it.
Big cheer.
Hey, like I said, we all do it. And it's like, which button
I'm
do I turn
sitting,
on?
I'm
Now
sitting there
build it.
staring at him going, I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do. Sorry,
Everybody
guys.
does it. Everybody does it. It's
That's
normal. If you haven't used the software before, everyone makes a mistake. Don't worry. So how are you anyway? So what type of stuff you do? Costumes?
I make Iron Man costumes, Buzz Lightyear. I've got a Buzz Lightyear head here somewhere. Also 3D prints. Doing a
Ooh,
Harlequin
let
at the
me
moment.
make you full screen. 1 second. Let me drag you over here.
Harley Quinn bubblegum. I don't think I've seen her blowing bubblegum. That's nice.
Is that your design or somebody else's?
This is my design. I got this custom made, so yeah.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
And I've got a Buzz Lightyear that I'm working on, but I'll get the helmet for that in a minute.
Sweet. So while we're there, we'll talk to the dummy on the stream.
I'm glad he's got the
Hey, Ralph, how are you?
satchel perfectly placed.
Wreck-It Ralph, what's going on?
Whoa, wow.
Oh, whoa.
So I do the sculpting and then I make the molds. This is the first prototype. I've never done sculpting before, so
Sweet. That's
Awesome.
good.
that's what I've been up to, yes.
You vacuum form the molds? You vacuum form them or?
No, this is done with a clay sculpt and then a mold made and a mother mold, and then it's
Okay.
rotocast.
Yep.
So rotocast on the inside,
Oh,
and then
nice.
it's pulled out of the mold and then painted. Yeah.
Sweet.
So that's
Cool.
what I do. I do all that kind of stuff. This is Alan, my
Hey,
mannequin
Alan,
for
how
my
you doing?
stream. Alan. Alan Fakowski.
Love the name. I love the name.
Good name.
So that's Alan.
That's a good
Jerry
name.
sounds like he's kin to your alien.
Yeah.
Yeah, must be.
Yeah, we got a
That's
4-foot
good.
alien behind me that's flipping everybody off.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So yes, so I'm resin printing now. I'm doing the base of the Harlequin, and then that'll be finished. And my FDM Ender 3 Pro is there, but also I'm using the Elgato
Stream Deck.
face cam. I've got a new face cam, a new PC as well.
Oh, the Elgato one. Okay, nice.
Thanks for letting me share that.
Oh, no, that's what we're all about, though.
Yeah, spreading the joy.
Yeah, we're
And the
all
pain
about
and the
sharing and
suffering.
talking about our projects and giving in, like, half time watching somebody else. What was that? Half time watching somebody else do stuff is inspiration for others to do stuff like it. Like, unless you saw somebody else who 3D printed an Iron Man helmet, you'd never think of 3D printing an Iron Man helmet, right?
No,
So
absolutely.
it inspires people. Yeah, it inspires people. Like we have one person that comes on here sometimes, Shannon. Shannon has built a whole Iron Man suit from head to toe, and she's gone out in it and done displays and so on in her outfit. And she's building the electronics and everything into it. It's
It's that
fantastic.
blue suit, not red.
Yeah, rescue.
Sorry?
She's got rescue. Yeah.
I seem kind of like I'm bigger than everybody else. Can you?
Oh, I'm
reduce-
sorry, I forgot. Forgive me.
I'm taking all the limelight.
Creacy has been around I'm not sure how many years. It's about 9 or 10 years. They're established very well in China and in throughout Asia. They have sold stuff here in the States, but they're not a really big name. But they offer, for a good price, really big printers.
Yeah.
See this printer? This printer costs $550
Wow.
US.
US on AliExpress. It's a 500 by 500 by 600 build volume. 32-bit board, touch screen, and the bed. Is that gone cold? It has. That's cooled down. Let me show you. My first layer. Well, this is actually almost two layers. My first layer on a bed this big. It's got no AVL. It's flat. The bed is flat. We can create our own thunder.
Yeah.
So, and it's a plain. It's a hardened glass, toughened glass, but it's glass.
Do that again. Maybe Kieran will dance. He's from down under, so thunder down under.
So that's you have to do the wobble board, new timey kangaroo down sport, right?
Don't even go there, Jerry. Don't even go there.
Hey, Betty Boop, Kieran's going to dance. No.
Oh, she'll come running. Wait for it.
Yeah.
Is there if there's a major problem with it, they will offer free returns. They will repair it. They will send you what you need to fix it if there's a problem with it. Like my end stops were the end stops were damaged in the box and transported the way it was packed or whatever. I don't know. It was well packed, but it was probably the way it was pushed into the packing. The end stops of my Z, both of them were bad. I've replaced them since myself. But I message them, and they says, "Yeah, we'll get them out to you." So they're probably on their way to me.
Kieran can play his didgeridoo.
No, you can do
You
the
don't want to see
wobble
that
board.
either, trust me. You don't want to see me get whipped by didgeridoo out and start playing with it.
Oh, keep the didgeridoo in your pants.
Didgeridoo don't. Definitely a didgeridoo, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to see my didgeridoo, man. It's not a
We
pretty
do
sight.
not want to see Kieran's didgeridoo. No, thank you. It's
It's
family
made from
friendly
a
show.
gnarly old mallee root. It's all lumps and holes and bumps. Trust me, you don't want me to whip it out.
So, well, no, you buy it through AliExpress. It's a CS50S Pro, the 50 being 50 millimeters by 50 millimeters for the bed. The CS50S Pro. Go to AliExpress, and they have the deal. Let me find it actually. I'll just give you a link. Give me a second. And I'm doing a giveaway for filament tonight. So bang, enter, get you into the giveaway for filament. You need to be here.
Paying for shipping?
Well, and the company is actually shipping direct, but it's available in US, Canada, UK, Germany, France, Italy, and Spain. I'm sorry, they have
Another
not
one
said
of the
any.
discriminatory giveaways. Yes.
Yes.
I mean, I was
Where
over
are you
there
from,
on
Astro Printer? Sorry.
Papa Bear's
Sorry.
earlier on this morning, and not to give him crap about being discriminatory as well. That's just not on.
So, Fuzzy, what was the question?
Oh, sorry, I interrupted there.
No,
I was
it's okay.
asking, where are you from?
I'm Irish, but I live in the US.
Ah, right, okay. It was the accent I was picking up on. That's fine.
Yeah. I've lived here for 15 years.
I'm from Las Vegas down here. Chris, Marco.
I'm Stoke-on-Trent. I'm not far from you, Furry.
Oh, fantastic. I see you're printing an Iron Man helmet at the moment.
Yeah, I give in to temptation. Everyone else has got one. Why shouldn't I?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, wow.
I mean, the thing with printing costumes is the helmet. I understand in the hands. I would print. The rest of the costume. The problem with 3D printing costumes is they're far too heavy and cumbersome.
Yeah, there's a link I just printed. The link to the AliExpress first. It's a long link. I'm sorry. Just copy and paste into your browser, but that is the link to the machine. It is right now in US dollars. It is $527.80, and that's the EU. And
it's
the
just
US
as cheap in Great British Pound as well.
It's the same price, yeah. And in Australia, you can get it in Australia as well for the same price in USD.
Yeah, it's a good deal.
And now the shipping, the US shipping, it used to be free. They've upped it. Or even if with shipping, it's still
nice.
It's still a low price. I had a link the other day that was actually saying that shipping was. One second. US.
That's awesome. That is, Furry.
Yeah, that's why you put it in foam.
Oh, if you're in the US, here I'm going to post another link. In the US, if you go to this link, it's $546.39, and it includes free shipping to the United States via DHL. So let me post this new link. So if you're in the US, use this new link. Right, that new link is for the US only. Free shipping within the US. They ship it to you with DHL.
Nice.
That is awesome.
Looking good.
Nice.
And it's all so the chest, the whole lot's foam, the chest and everything else is foam. Just the helmet's printed.
Are you going to?
Yeah, I would just print the helmets. These here and printing these is just a waste of time, I think.
Well, are you going to put in electronics in it?
Sorry?
Are you going to install the electronics?
It's got this lights up. I haven't got the batteries in it at the moment.
No, I mean in the helmet, like the lights.
Oh, there's lights in the helmet, but the batteries have gone in them.
Okay,
the
cool.
Batteries have gone, yeah.
So, I might need to take this off this table. I might work in the belt printer a little bit tonight.
You need a bigger room there,
time.
Yep.
This thing is okay. I need to move my belt printer, and I'm going to put it down behind where I am, and then I can put the belt printer up here so I can put in the cables I made. So, what else? What's anybody else? What are you working on, Sergio?
Me right now? looking for something to buy.
Aren't we?
Spending money. is what he
We're
said.
always looking for something, not whether we can buy it or not.
Cable.
We're looking for approval to buy. There's a
One of
difference,
my
says Joe.
dash cams, the cable went bad, so I got to find a replacement for it.
Oh, okay.
We
You know
look
what?
we look for approval to buy. We can look, but we need approval first.
No, you can look, but you can't touch.
Yeah. Well, that's it. I managed to get the wife
Oh,
like
back
the quantum
I'll have to get
filaments.
my
So I'm going to
son.
buy some more now, and that stuff's not cheap.
Oh, well, there's a cable here. Sorry, there's something connected. I forgot my camera was connected.
Now we watch and see what Liam will drop. Is hernia.
It'll be me dropping to the floor from the weight of this thing.
Yeah, and the
not
kernel on top of him.
It's not super heavy. It's just clumsy. It's not. Even the box it came in is not heavy. It's just instead of grabbing a printer like this, you're doing this.
Yeah, you're too far apart. You can't get the good leverage on it. Yeah.
It needs its own room.
Shit. Come on.
I need a bigger space. I need bigger space, guys. I'm in a box.
Marco's renting space. Marco's got lots of space.
You want to see mine?
Oh no, you're going to get me jealous. Oh, fuck off.
Gary has a great space.
Matt's thinking of moving in there. If he misbehaves and Louise kicks him out, he's going to move into Marco.
No.
No, Louise is just happy that Matt has someone else to annoy now.
The thing is, at the moment, Marco's across the road from Matt where he is. When he moves out, though, he'd be further away. So
Yeah.
Marco is looking forward to the day.
yeah, I'm sure Marco.
Not
No,
a
Marco.
bad
Sure,
place to
Marco's
be.
not.
No, it's good having company in here.
Matt, are you moving?
Hey?
Yeah, I'm moving to a different home, hopefully soon.
Oh, okay.
So moving again. I just finished moving. Well, I'm almost finished moving out of my other house and moving into here. And hopefully soon we will have another home, well, a bigger home where we have more space and all that, and more space for my printers. And because right now, this used to be all in one big area in my house. And I really condensed everything. I have no more space, no more printers, really.
He's not allowed to have any more space.
Well, I always can make more space. I can, put some up on top of the fridge, and then maybe on top of.
Louise can make space by putting him in the doghouse.
Yeah, that's it.
So this is
Yes,
one.
that's the trouble. The trouble was, Louise, you had kept the door unlocked and you came back. Most dogs wander away. They don't come back if you're lucky.
Well, dogs come back. Cats don't.
Oh, cats eventually do. Yeah.
Cats only come back when they're hungry.
Cats will not stay where they're not looked after. We had a neighbour that mistreated their cat and it adopted us, shall we say. They used to set their dog onto it. But one day their dog got hit by a car and killed. They came back to claim back their cat, and we were children. My sister bawled her eyes out, and Dad said, "Don't worry, the cat will be back." Day and a half later, it came back, and see the kids. The kids are all cut to pieces because the cat was not staying. Yeah, so they never came back for the cat a second time.
Yeah, it does happen. 1 second, I got a whole pile of messages coming in here. 1 second. Hey, Rob. Rob is watching out there. Let's see. Like, comment. Okay. So I'm going to do, now that I'm getting these cables done, I need to make a hole in this box because I need to pass a wire. I suppose I could do it through the other side, but it's a long way to get there. I need to make another hole. Let me spin this around and show you.
You got TP. You just make a hole and put a grommet through it. Yeah.
I've done it on one side. I haven't done the grommet for it yet. But I have to make another hole here and put a grommet in. I'll 3D print a grommet. And then I can pass the cable in here to plug it in. And then that will be, and I'll have to see if I need any more cables.
Why don't you put
That's
yourself on the big screen so we can actually see it?
Oh, I'm sorry, Jerry. I was distracted.
Marco's looking worried in his print.
Hey?
You're looking worried in your print.
Oh no, I'm running 2 screens, but I just crashed everything because I was slicing the last of the helmet pieces.
Ah, right, okay.
So the cable I just made runs up. Let me lie it down so you can see it in the correct orientation. So the cable I just finished making is actually it's for my Y stepper, which is up here because it turns this, and this moves my Y axis up and down. I have a cable already here for the X, which I need to tidy up, and I have one for my extruder that already fit. But I need to do. I made one for my Z cable already. For my Z. My Z is actually over here in the front. This is where the Z is. It drives the belt. What am I resting on there? Cables. And so
Are they
I have 1 or 2 more short cables to do, and then I have to wire up the bed because I have the cables here for the bed to run underneath. I have to drill a hole down here, and then pass the cables into the box underneath and then wire up the bed, the bed and thermistor, and then it'll be pretty. And then set up my hot end again, and it'll be pretty much ready then for. Oh no, I have to create mounts for my X and Y end stops, which I have to do next, which I'll have to work on as well. They don't have designs for it, so I'm going to make my own.
The bulk of the work's done then.
It's mostly there, yeah. So I have a bit of electronics to do,
Hey, Stephen.
and I have some cabling and end stops mounts to make, but nothing earth shattering.
They're simple enough, though, aren't they?
Yeah, I just have to spend the time to do it, and then then I have to build its firmware. Firmware's not bad.
I never thought you'd print an Infinity printer the same as the Ender 30. Is it Ender 30?
This is like a CR30.
Yeah, CR30.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh, CR30, that's what it was. Sorry, the Ender reality one.
So this is like a CR30. So like this is the belt you print on. The CR30 is wider and it's got more physical height, I believe. But this used to be an Ender 3, an Ender 3 Pro, but that was being ripped apart and rebuilt into a belt printer.
All right, okay.
That other company that's doing this, I've shown you pictures of. They also did a regular Ender that has a belt on it, where you don't have an infinite Z, but you can do the same part over and over and over forever as long as you have filament, and it just rolls up into the bed. It's straight up and upright.
So I feel you. I'm in the garage, out of the room, no idea where to put my large FDM. Well, this one, this huge one that's over here, because it's waist high. That's over here. The one I just took off the table. I'm going to build a box for it, maybe 4 to 6 inches off the floor. My floors are a carpet, so 4 to 6 inches off the floor. I'll build a box and I'll just stand on top of the box. That'll be and it'll be
like a false dolly roller to put it on. Yeah.
Well, no dolly or anything. I'm just going to stand and just
put it on your kitchen table and then just eat around it, or eat in the living room, watch TV. Perfect place to put on your kitchen table.
Yeah, maybe.
And if all else fails, ignore printing out as a granny flat.
I take it you need this printer for Infinity for obviously. I know what the CR30 does.
No, I don't need it. I don't need it. I'm building it because I can.
You want to do it better.
I'm just building it because I can.
Fair play. I was never a great fan of the CR30 anyway.
Well, okay. I have one use for it. I never thought I'd have use for a belt printer up until one thing. I've been doing Toys for Tots, which is a thing that run here in the US with the US Corps, the Reserve Corps of Engineers, or Marine Corps, and every year they do a Toys for Tots where they give toys away to underprivileged kids. And through a company called IC3D, they're a filament manufacturer. They do a setup where there are certain models they release each year, and you print those models and they get donated to Toys for Tots. Now, before I was using all of these printers because I have 28 printers, right? And I was using all those printers to print. But if I can set up prints on this with a 10-kilo spool of filament hanging off the end of it on a stand, and hit go and let it run for a month, and it'll just print, fall off, and keep going
Yeah.
non-stop.
Yeah, it has its advantages there, but 10
That-
kilograms can
Well,
it
the
pull
extruder, the extruder will work as long as it's on bearings.
that?
So you have to build like the one that I have here. This is a 2.5 kilo. This is a 2.5 kilo spool, right?
1.75 millimeter, is it?
1.75 millimeter, 2.5 kilos. Yeah,
Right.
that's it, PETG. And this is a very, very basic spool holder that I 3D printed. There's no bearings or anything in it, but you don't need it because this is not super heavy.
Right.
And
Okay.
it'll just
You go to 10 kilo, you want bearings on it, and even
Yeah.
maybe an anti-drag on it.
yeah, like that, right? It spins no problem. A
Yeah, we got
10
bearing
kilo,
and drag on the one I got from Ziltech, but it's all right. I
you
don't
can
ever use
add
it.
drag to it just by putting where the bearings are. You put a small little sliver of rubber or something in the side, or a little bit of felt pad to create a little bit of resistance. Now, because the reason why you want that is you don't want the spool when you
To roll back and
stop
jerk.
pulling,
Yeah.
just
It does.
keep going and keep throwing out material.
Yeah.
Lay a yardstick behind it, have the metal yardstick on top of the spool, and weight down one end, and that with the drag on it also.
Or
Yeah,
you just
like
stick a piece
like
of
a brake,
felt
like
in
a
the
tension
side, so
brake
it gives
on it,
it rubs a little bit.
Yeah,
That's
friction
what I'm
brake.
doing.
Yeah.
So if I do that, I just set it up and hit print, and then as long as nothing. And the nice thing about a belt printer, if like in this situation, if you're printing and a print fails, do you know what happens? The part that failed rolls off the edge of the belt and falls off the belt. So you're not gonna have to come down and clean it up. It self cleans itself. It just dumps it off the edge of the bed.
Yeah, but does it not continue, if it fails to print, does it not still continue trying to do that print as it's moving along anyway?
But the print is going to continue to print in that area. But when
Right.
it's done, the belt's going to roll forward and it's going to print the next object. So what it'll do is the part that failed will just fall off the bed.
Right. Good.
It'll just roll and fall off the end.
There's a
no worries.
guy on Twitch there, is in a 10-hour print, and it's a failed print, and I don't think he's realised he's got a failed print. He's on.
Oh,
was looking-
he's streaming his camera. Yeah.
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 10-hour print is a short print, though.
Yeah.
10 hours is a
we had,
short print.
we had that with Tim and his special little baby printer. That was funny when it failed on stream. He went up the road, upstairs,
Yeah.
5 minutes, and it almost caught fire.
Yeah,
so
but like I've done prints that are 14 days long.
What printer is that, Fairy?
It's an Ender 3 Pro.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hold on.
And
wait a minute.
that's how I've done my setup. I just printed to hold the filament.
Oh yeah.
It comes with a clamp on the printer, but I was never happy with it, so I just done my own thing. And I'm printing as I say, I'm printing the base for the. It's nearly finished. Another 10 minutes and it'll be finished, and we're ready for cleaning up. And yeah, so I tweaked this a little bit, put new springs in it. What else did I do to it? I can't remember what I done to it, but I added things to it. I can't remember half the stuff that I've done. So that's my setup. My scroll saw for my costumes.
Yeah. So Jared, regarding FDM printers, there's some of them give off. It's depending on the material you're printing. Some give off a slight odor. ABS stinks. Don't print ABS in your house, and it's going to stink your house for weeks. Don't print ABS. But what I do is, and I don't do ABS. But if I'm doing resin, this enclosure where I use for lasers, this enclosure right here. Oh, I'm sorry. I was walking.
Bring me.
the camera's
This
not
enclosure
there.
that I have behind me, I put my resin printers in there when I want to print resin inside the house, and I turn on, and that way then it extracts the fumes out of the house. I have a fan on there, and it sucks the fumes out, so I smell no resin because it's a sealed chamber, and because the fan is drawing air out, it's creating a negative pressure, so fumes from the inside don't come out. The only air gets sucked into the chamber. So I'll just create a negative pressure environment, and you can do it.
PLA plus and PETG. That's all I use.
I use PLA. I use an awful lot of PETG, which is why I buy it in 2.5 kilo spools. Oh, nice.
A fake scheme, do.
Being Custom just subscribed for 3 months in a row.
Oh, thank you, Chris. Thank you so much.
Liam doesn't have Twitch window open, so he's not
I
seeing
do
that.
actually, but I'm not. Hey, Dum Dum. I
Okay.
don't watch Twitch because it lags behind what with the chat I see in StreamYard.
Yeah,
So I
about
actually
30
watch
seconds.
it in
Yeah.
StreamYard.
Hey, Dum Dum.
Dum Dum, hey man, how's life? I'm going to keep this first layer because it's something I want to. You're going to be showing off to many people.
Yeah. I don't think any of my beds would do a first layer like that.
Oh well, and that's as a sub $600 printer. So that's a great first layer.
Yeah, it does.
So yeah, I'll be. So I'm hopefully I'll get the electronics. I'm going to tinker away at the electronics in this. I'm not going to do it live on stream, but I'll tinker away at the electronics, and when I get them done, I'll work on the firmware as well. I'm going to take an Ender 3 firmware and tweak it. 31 viewers and chat is dead on Twitch. Yeah, there's 37 I see in total, including those on YouTube. But nobody in Twitch is chatting. But there's no drop game, guys, because OBS kills my machine. It gets really bad video. When I go via OBS to StreamYard, my video gets really, really bad. But the gamble and so on, and 8-ball and all that other stuff is working in chat. And do bang enter because I'm doing a giveaway for a spool of filament at the end of the stream.
If you're watching on Twitch.
If you're on Twitch, I'm doing a spool of filament, yeah.
And it's only to certain regions.
US, UK, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, and Spain.
So if you win and you don't live in that region, you can either have them redraw or you can donate it to somebody that does resin printing, and I do a lot. Hint,
Yep.
hint.
Well, if you haven't entered, you can't win, Jerry.
Yeah, I entered.
This is filament. I'll do resin on my Sunday stream. So I have I do 500 ml of resin a week, for the next few weeks, and I have a spool of filament for the next couple of weeks as well on Wednesday nights.
So Liam, on your build printer, is it the program that it knows? So if you wanted to print, say, 30 of something, does it know that after this one, spit it off?
You set it in the slicer, so you use the black belt slicer or Cura belt slicer, and there is a special version of the slicer now. Idea Maker by default supports belt printers. In Idea Maker, you click a little tick box, you set up the printer, the dimensions, you click a tick box, and it knows it's a belt printer.
Have you ever loaded up those slicers to know exactly what happens to answer his question?
I've loaded up Idea Maker, and you just do multiples. You can do repeating. I haven't used black belt slicer because I didn't have a belt printer till this one, but I've seen other people using black belt, and you can do repeating parts.
All right, guys, I'm gonna head off. Thank you very much for letting me come on.
Have a great night.
No worries, Matt.
See you in a bit, Matt.
Ciao.
Thank you.
I'm going to head
Bye,
off too
everybody.
because I'm being called. So, everybody, I'll see you all.
See you, Sergio.
Take care, Sergio.
All
Good
good
night.
evening and good night and good morning.
See you guys.
See ya.
So so it'll be all going well, and I'm being optimistic. By the end of next week, I hope to have this working if I can get the firmware operating. My wiring is going to be easy. The firmware is the one I need to spend a bit of time on because I haven't compiled firmware for a belt printer before. There is a setting in Maryland for belt printer, an option, and there is you set the Z to 9999, and you have to go in and do other stuff like disable end stops because there's going to be no end stops on Z. So when you home XY, you never home Z. So there's a few tweaks in Maryland that have to be done, and I need to spend a bit of time figuring out exactly what settings I need to do. Or I could just cheat and just go with I don't know. Does Clipper support a belt printer? I don't know. I haven't checked Clipper before
No.
on a belt. So Clipper would be easy to do to compile. I have Raspberry Pis there. I have Pi 02Ws that I can use. You mainly use PHE, but also use PLA, Flex, and nylon. I never use nylon. Nylon gives off. Nylon is the fumes of nylon are actually, even though you may not smell them, they're actually more dangerous than ABS. The higher the temperature material, the more VOCs it gives off, volatile organic compounds, VOCs, and those VOCs are carcinogenic. Some of them, especially on the higher temp materials. PLA, it'd be like PLA gives off a tiny amount of VOCs, but it's very small. PETG is a little bit more, but again, it's still pretty small. ABS is an awful lot, and they're carcinogenic. Polycarbonates and nylons, they're carcinogenic. Do not use those without a chamber, and make sure you can vent it outside, because the fumes off those are very, very bad for you. Nylon actually will attack the lungs as well. So you make sure you have a chamber and make sure you vent it to the outside. You don't want to be inhaling those. And ABS just smells. It just stinks. No matter what ABS you get, it smells bad.
No, I use PETG, PLA Plus, and PLA.
Yeah, I'm the same. I do TPUs as well. TPU is fine. I do a fair amount of TPU stuff as well.
PLA Plus is my favorite. Low temperatures, nice.
What time PS? What's that? What is that reference to? Will join. What is the name? What do you mean the name? You mean for here? Oh, you want to join the Twitch? It's twitch.tv/astroprinter, and that brings you into my channel. If that's what you're referring to.
Oh, where's that coming through on? That's coming through from YouTube, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So twitch.tv/astroprinter.
I don't have
If you want
YouTube
to come in
on.
on screen,
Yeah,
if you want to join me on screen, I can just send you a link for that.
Here,
So which do you want to do?
I'll throw it in YouTube's chat.
Screen, I can just send you a link for it.
That was me.
Yeah. My wife says farts are toxic too, but I still fart.
Okay, there. I posted your Twitch link in YouTube.
Okay, thank you. Actually, no, the farts are not poisonous. It's just methane gas. It's just not nice. But VOCs will kill you. They are carcinogenic, and they upset the respiratory system and everything. Just like when you overcook PTFE tubing, if you put your nozzle too hot and a Bowden tube, it releases what's it called again? Chlorine gas, which attacks the
I've got
lung.
a bad methane problem here in Las Vegas. My brown and white dog used to be all white. Now she's mostly brown.
That's because they're in the same room as Jerry.
She sleeps behind me.
That's it. Yeah. Settles the lowest spot and stains the dogs.
Oh, you're wearing them? Yeah, for the resin. Yeah, resin fumes are not good for you either.
No.
Sorry. That won't block the VOCs.
I need a respirator.
Anything's
You need
better
a
than
respirator.
This one's a filter carbon.
Oh,
Okay,
okay, that
that'll
helps. That helps.
That'll
Sorry,
help. Yeah,
okay,
that'll be
yeah.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a big difference. Yeah.
I got the
It's
same
carbon
one with
filters.
mine.
Yeah. Carbon filters do help a lot.
I've got a respirator somewhere.
Yeah, respirator is better with the carbon filters. Yeah, they're the better way to go. So I should hopefully. How far are you gone with your belt printer, Jerry?
I got to do all my wiring. I don't have any wiring done.
Okay, so that's what I'm on to now. I'm
I
finishing up
take
my
everything
wiring.
up to a certain point, and once I get all the wiring done, then I'll pop out another video on it. But I've got to get everything 100% wired, and I got to figure out the hot end, figure out where to put the end stops, and
I have to design a mount for the end stops for the Y and for the X axis. They didn't provide one as part of the design, so I have to design one. This shouldn't be hard to design. I just need to figure out where to put it so I can design it.
I know on that CNC that I want to get the Onefinity that's like $3,000. It has centralist homing, which works perfect, but that's a giant machine. I don't know how well it would work on this, but that might be the way to go on this. I don't know.
But to do senseless homing, you need 2209 stepper drivers.
Okay.
And you need to have it set up in UART mode.
And I got 2208 probably on that board. Yeah.
Yeah, they will not have that on the credited machine by default. It's not in there. So even if they had the right motors, it wouldn't be
2130s.
2130s. Yeah. But 2208s, 2209s are the most commons, or 2209s, and you can do senseless homing with those. You could potentially use that, but you'd have to change your main board. Go with like a BTT board or something like that in there. But it's possible.
You know, I got an idea. Well, I've showed you before, but my computer, the tower glass case, you know, like Chris has there, sits right next to me. And I
Yeah.
seen one guy's video where he mounted it on a shelf on the wall, and I'm thinking, you know what? If I did that, I could put a printer over here. I could create more desk space, mount that printer on a shelf on that wall right there. My cables would be exactly where they're at. I just be turning the printer. That's an idea.
Jerry's looking for somewhere to hide more printers.
Yeah, I have stuff everywhere.
They say hide them in plain sight, right, Jerry?
I've got way too many diodes at the moment. You know, and once you review a couple, they're all pretty much the same at some point. But so
Well, there's some cut a little bit better than the others, and
yes.
yeah, I like. How many diodes do you have now?
I think 5.
Yeah,
I wanted to review a bunch. I couldn't find nobody, so I did a DIY with a Congrow head. Next thing you know, sure, you can review this one. And I did that one. Sure, you can read this one. And that's kind of how it goes.
yeah, especially when you have a good following online,
Yeah.
you know.
I wanted to have an IDEX for a long time. Now, eventually, I finally got an IDEX yesterday. So at some point down the road, if I want to review another IDEX, it'll be easier for me to get one because I already have one. I can compare another one to.
Well, it depends on the company, but yeah, sometimes
Yeah.
like I've got a couple, but like I've reached out to other companies who have IDEX, and they said no.
Yeah.
So it's pot luck, right? But we do a lot of content on YouTube, and so on. So we help, like we help promote product, but our whole goal is not to promote. We show people the
inform
product, but we
and
give our
educate.
honest input on it. Because if you're just going to show a product, then they can do that themselves. What they're looking for is someone who can set up the machine, show how easy it is to get it operating, test it, and give honest feedback. Well, at least most want honest feedback. Not everybody does. And those who don't want honest feedback, you shouldn't be dealing with them anyway.
No,
That spray Molly lube I got coming in the mail by Amazon today. It should have already been here. Now it's going to be up till 9 o'clock at night. That big giant Bowie knife, which I'll show you in a minute, I want to engrave that. It's going to say your journey is over on the side of the Bowie knife.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm going to engrave in it. Your journey is over.
Nice. It's a nice. I've seen the knife. It's a nice knife.
I bought this at a yard sale. Pretty cool.
At a yard sale, that was a good deal.
Yeah. It's surgical steel too.
Hmm.
But I put a little tiny, I barely engraved in it, 3D HP right there. You can barely see it.
Yeah, you're better off with a fiber laser for that.
Well, I'm going to find out when I get that Molly lube. I'll put it in. The Atom Stack has a lot of power, and this Two Trees has a lot of power. I'll try
so
that.
you use the lube as a reactive agent with the heat to actually color it.
It just
Build
is
that
colors.
bill.
It just colors is all it does.
If you're
Yeah.
familiar with Build Dad Build, you know, he paints his nails
Yep,
black and
yep.
bald like this. He screams and yells and acts all crazy. He is talking about the dry Molly lube or the spray lube. So I'm going to.
Yeah,
Some
Try
work
that.
better than others. Yeah.
yeah, but it does work. But it actually, but if you really want to etch into the surface, you need a fiber laser.
You need to blade that surface. You need the power to blade.
And
Yeah.
this is not a fiber laser, and that looks awesome.
No, that because you're
Yeah.
burning off anodization. That's
Yeah, exactly. It was painted.
Yeah.
Now, when I framed that, I thought that was going to come out a lot bigger, and it
That's
didn't.
what everyone says.
I should have put tape on it and turned down the power real low to see where it was actually going to cut. So when I put it on the other side, I had to take off the safety cover because it's contoured the shape of this, and I got it off center. But it came out good. And then I took a dry eraser and scrubbed it off underwater and got off all the excess. It looked great.
Yeah, I'm probably this weekend I think I'll be busy doing those sticks on the CO2 laser again. But I'll stream that. I'll stream some of that. But I'm going to. I picked up a round anodized aluminum cup, and I'm going to do some rotary stuff with it, and a logo and stuff on it. I may even do a video on how to set it up. I'll use a Comgrow rotary, but I like it. X Tools rotary looks fantastic. I would love to have the X2 rotary.
Yeah, the new one they're coming out with on the 16th. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a chuck style rotary, so you can actually clamp from the outside or clamp from the inside out around an object, and it does it'll rotate it for you, and you don't have to do any offset printing of offset parts and so on to keep it level, and you don't have to worry about it jumping off the rollers, because because it's held in a clamp that it rotates in a 3-point chuck, which is really good.
They messaged me today and asked me to share a different link that I have under my YouTube video because I grabbed both their videos. I shared them on my YouTube channel, but I turned off monetization since it's not my video. I don't want to get in trouble for sharing it. But though I'm sharing their video, you help get their content out. And if all things go as well and a lot of people are interested and a lot of feedback, then maybe they'll send me something for review. That's kind of what it hinges on. Which it's like almost a complete waste of my time. But I like the product, so I'll go ahead and push it to help them out and see what happens. So.
Yeah, I like the rotary. Yeah, they're lasers, a laser. But the rotary.
I got so many different projects and things that I work on all the time. Whether I review more stuff or not, I really don't care because I always got 1,000 other things I can be working on. But like I always say, in order to make content and grow, I have to have new stuff all the time to keep making it happen. So,
I agreed. So. And I also remember I need to 3D print inserts for these grooves because I'm going to put the wires inside it and clamp them in there so it's tidy. So I needed to do a bit of 3D printing for those. And the V-rail inserts, I need to 3D print some of those to hide these wires.
There's plenty of since you've got the nice big printer, you can print nice long ones. Just cut them to size.
Yeah.
There's a couple of thingiverse.
My 3030 extrusion on my Hypercube, I got a bunch of those in blue.
Yeah.
To cover up the channels.
Extend it to, was it 500 and 500 diagonal? You can get one print, gets them all done.
Well, I may get ones that actually sit on above the surface, so they're kind of domed on top. So that way, instead of being flat, I want them raised, so I want to be able to run it inside. Because the problem with the flat ones is when you push them in, the cable is kind of heavy-ish gauge, and it'll actually cause problems with getting it to fit. Whereas if I clip them in and it's like a dome that runs along on top of the groove, I can have the wire running down the center. So I'll drag some out. I'll do some. This is the middle of Kieran's workday, so
yeah.
All
right, guys, I'm going to have to go. It's 2 a.m. now. I think it's time for head home.
Okay.
All right, Marco, you have a wonderful day, and everybody go over on Marco's channel. I'll throw it again here in chat in a minute. Check him out. Please follow him. He's almost where he needs to be to get.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'll have a full Iron Man helmet in the next 20 hours. 30 hours. Sorry, but we'll see.
Nice.
Oh, it'll be good. It'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, then, guys. Right. I will. I'll be on live again tomorrow, no doubt, and I'll see you all when you're awake.
Okay, man. Take care.
Right. Cheers.
See you, Marco.
Yes, Marco.
Yeah.
Cheers, Marco.
Yeah. Marco does an awful lot of lithophane, and he ships them all over the world.
Him and Matt. Yeah, are great lithophane people.
Yeah. Well, Matt does lithophanes, but he gives them away, whereas Marco sells them. And he sells them to people all over the globe via Etsy.
Matt should sell everything to make extra income, because everybody's struggling nowadays, and nothing's getting any cheaper.
Yeah, I agree.
I rang up my credit card, which has a pretty high limit, twice over the last 7 or 8 years, doing all that I do. So
I haven't ran mine up high. I try and make it a bit my business not to do so.
Yeah.
Because you only have to pay it back, right? So.
Yeah, they pay you to pay it back. How rude! How rude!
Yeah, they should all be free, guys. All be free.
Yeah, money should be free. Yeah.
So yeah, and then because of that, I try and avoid it because it's just not worth the pain. We're all different. Like
I think the only way you can get out of debt is if you lived in Ukraine. You'd probably be debt free if you manage to survive.
Yeah, but you'd also be dead. So yeah.
Well, no, not necessarily, because unless the records are destroyed, no. And you wouldn't be debt free.
I think if everything you own is gone and the whole city's wiped out, I really don't think they're going to make you pay anything if you ever came back. They'd probably just
Banks will. Yeah, damn sure. That's
Yeah,
it.
Oh, banks will chase you down for everything.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I don't think it's going to happen, Jerry. Banks will chase you down. Like the only thing that'll stop you having to pay them is that you're dead. Is that you're dead, and what they'll do is they'll come after your family for it.
Yeah. Banks,
That's
bastards.
how banks work.
Banks are all
Evil,
bastards.
evil people.
Yeah,
I
they
got
are.
my magnets in yesterday as well as my new filament, so I
Ooh,
finally finished
cool.
my phaser as well. So that finally got finished.
So make sure the polarity is correct and don't do what the subsector did. You get the polarity wrong, and she had to reprint the part because the polarity on her magnets.
I made damn sure that it's definitely no problems with polarity on
Color them.
my magnet.
Color them so you make sure you put it in the right way around.
I know I do enough clock spring with magnets to know how to actually set it up when they're multi-magnets. So
Yeah.
no issue with magnets on mine. It's all
What
good.
I told her to do is color one side. So when the two sides that go together, color them both the same color. So the opposite side goes in, so you always know which side is which.
Yeah, that's how I do it. I do
Yeah.
two different colors. So all I see is dots. One side's got one dots, and one side's got the other. You can see the little dots. I don't know if you can see them on the magnet.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Oh, there
now. I'm
we
looking
go.
at that mannequin. I'm just imagining behind that bag if he's got a speedo on him or a thong.
Or something. Maybe
He's
his life
funny.
size. I don't know. Maybe it's the scale. Who knows?
He's going to show you, Jerry.
Yeah. No, he didn't hear me.
Oh, well, he's probably got a bit of blue tape hanging over there.
Yeah.
It's a llama stream.
I've got to go, gentlemen. Anyway, the boss is going to pick the boss up now, so I will leave you
All right.
in peace and quiet. But it's been fun chatting. And,
Well, I hope it all went well and you have a wonderful evening, a wonderful day.
Yeah, you too, guys. And
Thank you for
I'll
joining.
catch you later. I'll probably talk to you
Take care.
on your Sunday, or my Sunday, your Saturday, Jerry.
Yep.
And everybody else.
See you
Take care.
then.
I'll
I
see
may
you all
not be
again,
on
peoples.
Saturday. I may
Stay safe,
not be
guys.
on Saturday. I may be joining late.
Yep, not a problem.
'Cause I
Oh,
have a-
Karen, did you ever get to your helmet? No, I forgot to ask him. Hey, Karen, did you ever get your helmet? If you're still in chat, did he ever get his helmet? Well?
He didn't. He never brought it up, so I don't know.
I haven't heard him mention it.
Yeah.
Okay. It's been long enough. He should have had it by now. If it ever left Loyal's house.
Yeah, I don't know if he even shipped it. He said he was going to, but I don't know if it ever left.
Huh.
So, what are you working on, Chris?
Well, I'm getting ready to start a lightsaber. I went to get some panels cut to make my enclosure, and they have one piece of plexiglass that I needed, and the kid gets it out and he cuts the first one, and it broke in half. So,
Really?
yeah, he dropped it right on the corner.
Oh,
And it snapped. And I was
When I built my enclosure for my CR10, I got 1/4-inch plexiglass from Home Depot. It was like $150 for the 4 pieces I needed, which is ridiculously expensive. I don't want to get the paper thin stuff. And I cut mine on the table saw. I just put blue tape on it, and I've got a good blade on my table saw. I forget how many teeth are on it, but it's made for fine wood. And I ran it through that real slow, and I cut all mine on the table saw. I done a video on it a long time ago.
Yeah,
But
I
I-
watched your video about that, but
Okay.
I was going to get it, and the guy's like, "Oh, we'll cut it for you. Hey, if they're going to do it, why not?
Yeah.
But yeah, as soon as he took it off, he went to turn, and it come out of his hand and snapped.
and then you say, right, that's coming out of your paycheck, not mine.
That's it. I was like, well, see ya.
Yeah, because it's kind of useless to you then.
Yeah, I couldn't use it, so. And I
But
wasn't
isn't it-
paying $200 and some for, a big 6-foot section. So
So, what printer are you putting enclosure around?
I have the two Ender 5 Pluses. If you go
Oh,
and
yeah.
look at my cover photo thing,
Yeah.
it shows them there side by side. Well, I got a cooler that's next to it, and every time somebody goes in there and opens the door,
You get cold air hitting their prints.
yeah. So I'm just going to enclose them in.
Are you going to do the enclosure inside the frame, like take off the XY axis and slide the the plexiglass in or into the actual frame of the printer?
No, I'm gonna section that where they're sitting, section it off, and then put doors on the front, so I can open each one. So if one's printing and the other one isn't, they'll both won't interfere with the other one.
Are you going to enclose the bottom?
Yeah, it's sitting on a. It's like this. It's a big shelving unit,
Okay.
and it be separated. It's
Okay.
got top and the bottom, and then all I got to do is just the side, like right here, it's open, and then on the other side is open. So I'm on that side and the other side, and then make doors.
I would recommend you move the electronics out of the enclosure so that they don't get hot.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like the cables are long enough, I think, so you can take off the whole controller box and just move it out underneath it, out of the way.
Yeah.
You do not want that kept in there. You need to keep those electronics cool.
Yeah.
That's a big mistake people often make with enclosures. They put the whole printer in there, and they don't realize that over time they're overheating their electronics, especially with newer machines, because the new machines have to have cooling, like the 2208s, 2209s, and so on. They all need a lot of cooling because those stepper motors do get hot, and you'll fry a stepper motor if it can't cool down, it'll die.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, my enclosure, which had plexiglass on the front, the back, and the two sides, usually about 106 degrees when I'm printing ABS. But of course, my CR10, the box, I got a hole in the plexiglass is out here in open air. And then when I built my enclosure for my MPC&C, I took the plexiglass out of the back of my enclosure for the CR10 and put in plywood. If I could have done it all over again, I only need plexiglass on the front to actually see the print, because the more wood you have around it, the warmer it's going to get. Because whenever anything hits the plexiglass, of course, it cools quicker. So
you could also use the
insulation pads,
the insulation foam. Yeah, the home insulation foam.
Yeah,
and just put a frame or to hold that in place and use that as an insulation. People do that as well, and then the foam actually dampens sound as well.
Most people try to build them to look nice. I've seen people use a cardboard box. It'll work, but it don't look good. So spend the money, make it look nice, professional.
Yeah, that was my plan, was to take the insulation, the foam, and put it for the sides.
Yep.
And the only thing was going to be plexiglass would be the front doors,
Mhm.
because I want to be able to see in and see whatever's going on. I mean, I'll probably have cameras in there, but still, if I walk in the room.
And then at the top, I took two rectangular pieces of plexiglass, drilled a hole, and put a screw in them. So when I close the door, it hooks in the bottom. It goes up this way. They just flip down and hold it shut.
Ah, that's a good idea.
You want it the other way, though, don't you? You want it flipping downwards, correct, and not upwards, Jerry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I lift my latches like this, and I bring the door out, and I lift it up out of the way. It's not a slot. I drop it down.
So it's removable. So for me, like I would think hanging it from the top, so you can actually lift the door up and slide it in, and then you can do what you want and then pull the door out and then close down, or side to side hinge.
Yeah, that's what they would open up like this.
Yeah, you can get the hinges. The design for the hinges are on Thingiverse. So those hinges, you can actually get hinges that clamp onto plexiglass already. On Thingiverse, they already have designs out there for that.
Oh, okay.
Check and see if I got the camera hooked up.
No.
And I don't. So let me go back here. It's Liam's stream, and let me fix my camera.
But what time is this? Ooh, 8. Okay, 2 hours 15. So if anybody has any questions, there's 24 people in chat right now. Please chime in if you have any questions, if you have comments, you have ideas of cool projects. We want to hear from you guys. It's not all about us on stream. We want to interact with you, and we want to hear about what you're planning and what you're working on. Jerry showing his new IDEX machine. They're a nice machine.
Oh, wait a minute. That camera's disconnected. It's just showing that's from earlier. I got the camera in my hand. It's unplugged. So what you're looking at on the screen is from earlier.
Wow. It still looks good. It was convincing.
Yeah. You turn that back off.
But
I'll just add another camera. This is such a mess.
Yeah. I only run 2 cameras. I have a mobile one that I often have on my tripod over here, looking down at my table, and I have the main one that's over there. But the mobile one I can mount wherever. No, it didn't work, Jerry.
Yeah, I'm looking for it.
But and that's all I really now. Sometimes if I'm doing laser engraving, I will have a mobile camera like this, but I have another one that's mounted in the enclosure behind me. I'm mounted in the enclosure, looking down, and I put the laser glasses over it, not to protect it. It's not to protect the the camera from the laser. It's just to kill the glare so you can see what's going on. Because otherwise, when the laser is firing, the UV light that's flashing, the blue light, the UV light that comes off it when it's burning, um, it flashes and it'll just it blinds the camera. And anybody who suffers with light sensitive epilepsy will have problems. So we don't want to do that. So I put the green I put the laser glasses filter over it, the green one, and it cuts down all of that flashing and all that glare, so you can see what's happening. Somebody's busy scrubbing prints. Do you not use an ultrasonic cleaner?
I have got the Lego washing cure. I don't like the way it washes it.
No, you should use an ultrasonic cleaner.
All right.
So what you do is Jerry used them too, but if you use the IPA in the ultrasonic, the gunk will just build up in the bottom of the ultrasonic. So the trick is put water into the ultrasonic cleaner, put IPA into a bag, and then put your part into the Ziploc bag with the IPA and close it. That way, then when you want to change the IPA, you don't have to change everything. You just dump the bag and it'll evaporate outside. Right?
I'm not using IPA. It's water. It's a water washable resin.
Oh, they crack. That tends to crack.
Yeah, I know. I'm using it to test it out before I start using the ABS resin stuff. So,
Jerry, we can't hear you.
I know.
So you're just clamping it, okay? Hey, Jerry, where did you get that NASA sticker?
For mine.
I better ask him for one.
Let's see, it's like a 1/4 inch thick.
Yeah, that's heavy.
And now that all this pandemic crap went on, I'm sure it's a lot more than it was when I built it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Now you've got these tabs right here, Chris.
Did you not flame treat the edge of the acrylic, man?
Did I what?
Flame treat the edge of the acrylic.
I think I did.
When you flame treat it, it goes clear.
Yeah, I'd have to watch my video. I'm pretty sure I took it. The sharp edges, I took a torch and I ran over the edge.
Yeah,
I had somebody criticizing me in my video about how I do that. It's like, well, watch the video.
Oh, by the way, Glasseries, Pets Fan Gang, yeah. It's been a long... We haven't seen Dave Petzel in a while. We know he's busy. He used to join our streams all the time, but I'm pretty sure he's been busy with restaurants, I believe. He has 2 restaurants. But, yeah, we haven't seen Dave in a while. When's the last time you saw Dave, Jerry?
It's been a long time. I used to message him all the time, and he sees them, but he don't respond. I guess he's just busy.
Yeah. It's a pity. I like hanging out with Dave.
It's like people in the hobby. They might start a channel or do this or that and get hot and heavy, and then all of a sudden one day you don't see them no more. They just move on. They get tired of it or, whatever. I've seen a lot of people come and go in the hobby since I've been involved.
Oh, yeah. We've seen people come in and saying that they're giving up the hobby for various reasons. They're moving to a place that doesn't have room or whatever, right? They're getting into something else. Yeah, so like I'm into 3D printing, but I'm also into astronomy. So Saturday, actually, I don't think I'll be able to join you at all Saturday, Jerry, because I have the presentation at the museum on Saturday morning, and then Saturday evening. But Saturday evening, I have to go out with my telescopes because, weather dependent, of course. I have to go out with my telescopes because our club is doing our first public event for the year.
Mm-hmm.
We do public events the first Saturday closest to the Saturday closest to the quarter moon each month.
Usually every Friday, I send out links to at least 20 people on Facebook and Twitch that I'm going live Saturday. If you'd like to drop in, here's the link. And some people show up, some don't. Other people are just randomly in chat and they come in. So.
Yeah, well, I just let you know because I normally hang out with you on those, and I like doing it. But now, right now, once a month, at least once a month, my Saturday evenings will be busy. So even if I do join, I'd have to end early because you start at 1 p.m. Pacific, and I go and like I would have to finish at. I'd have to leave home by 5 o'clock to go 5 or 6 o'clock to go out and get set up. So um, I wouldn't be able to join on those weekends. But any other weekend, like when I'm not at the museum, which I will be for the next 3 weeks in a row, or two, at least two, maybe 3 weeks in a row. Saturday. Well, no, this week is Saturday. Next week is Sunday. Yeah, this weekend is Saturday. Next weekend is Sunday, and the weekend after that, I believe it's Saturday.
Okay.
I will check my calendar, so it may restrict my ability to be there. But it's not very often. Oh, I was on a cool presentation today about the James Webb Space Telescope. They're talking about, we're doing it with NASA, we're talking about doing live parties to show the very first images from James Webb. So right now, the images they're showing right now are what they call engineering images. They're using for calibration and tuning. But they're going to show the live images when they first get the first images for actual science images. In June, it's probably going to be in June. I'll know in May exactly when, but it looks like it's going to be sometime around early to mid-June. They're going to take the first science images, and then we're going to be doing live events to share them.
Well,
So
when NASA flies around the moon here in a couple months, they're definitely going to have a lot of cameras set up so they can see what China's doing on the backside of the moon. So since our cameras can't see what they're doing, they're definitely going to film. I'm sure they're going to fly around and want to look when they're going around it.
There's orbiters flying around the moon all the time. We have
the dark side of the moon.
There's no dark side to the moon.
Yeah, the side that we can't see. It's a dark side.
It's not the dark side. It's because when we have a new moon,
the other side. Excuse me, the other side. How's
Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd.
Sorry.
Pink Floyd, dark side of the moon. Pink Floyd.
We're just giving each other a hard time. No, but so. Yeah, no, we have actually orbiters flying around the moon continuously that shows the images all of the moon.
Okay.
There's 2 or 3 of them out there that's constantly flying around the moon all the time. Yes, they're talking about they want it renamed, and they found recent evidence they want to do it to support their case to rename it away from James Webb's name. I saw that, and NASA's stance right now is a decision has not been met, and until the guys get back into the offices of NASA and have time to invest to look.
What happened? Did he upset somebody and people are out having an outcry like everything else?
Well, first of all, he's dead. He's dead a long time.
Yeah.
But apparently he was involved with slaves and stuff at some point.
Yeah, somebody's always involved in something. But our history is our history, so
yeah,
never forget or you'll repeat it. What happened happened.
I don't agree. I don't agree with renaming it because of that. Because his contributions to science were fantastic. So
yeah,
that's why it was named after him. So, but outside of that, anyway, it's going to be looked at, and NASA being a public entity paid for by the US, by your tax dollars here in the States.
I won't talk about politics, but there is one person on the planet that needs to grow a little mustache like this. So just leave it at that.
I don't know who you're referring to, but okay.
Yeah.
Well,
straight down.
I'd say the people that's yelling the most about the slavery and all that mess, if you trace their history back, their grandpappies may have owned some too. So
their grandpappies. I haven't heard that term in a long time.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I mean,
but NASA hasn't made a decision about doing it because they can't go through their historical archives to validate these claims. And until that happens, nothing's going to change names.
Yeah.
And by that stage, it'll be called the James Webb Space Telescope for so long, or JWST. It probably won't get changed anyway because everyone is just going to refer to it as that, no matter what. So I don't think it's going to happen.
Uh-oh, he's putting on the gloves.
Oh, water washable resin. Let's see. Did you miss me, Jerry?
Not today.
Okay. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, there are people trying to make changes to it, but I'm hoping it doesn't happen because I look at it based on his contribution to science. You know, if that's the case, and you want nobody associated with it, just call it the Liam Finn Space Telescope, right? Because
Yeah.
there was no sign of that. There was no history of that in Ireland ever.
Spray paint Ike on the side. Ike was here.
Ike was here, yeah. In big red letters.
Yeah.
Across the gold mirrors. No. Yeah, but some of the changes that people are doing are ridiculous, I think. But
Contact Jessica Kirsch down in Texas. Say, hey, Jessica, here's X amount of dollars. Go spray paint on the side of the rocket. Ike was here.
did you see she got SpaceX accreditation to go into the media accreditation for SpaceX?
Oh, cool.
She's working on trying to get the one for telescope, telescope face. Okay, yeah, that would work too. So she's working on trying to get the ones for Tesla. She hasn't got Tesla yet, but she's got SpaceX accreditation.
Nice.
But a buddy of mine, remember we did a stream a few weeks ago of the SLS rollout.
Yeah. And you're
Yeah.
wearing a shirt, a nice collared shirt
Yeah,
and tie.
I actually cleaned myself up for a change.
Yeah. Probably had shorts on.
You got a
No,
haircut and everything.
Well, no, I have a haircut, but yeah, but I got cleaned up and all for it. But because I was doing this for representing NASA, right? So I have to look good when I represent these guys.
I'm just grey.
Yeah, I had in that presentation I did I put on a shirt and I put on and everything like that. You know, I looked all nice and pretty for a change. You're up really late, by the way.
Jerry, I was looking at your is that a Green Goblin mask you've got there, Jerry?
Oh yeah.
It's primed. It needs a lot more sanding done on it.
Oh, it's just so badass.
And I got the back of it printed too. I just have to sand it. Eventually, I'll sand it and paint it, and then I got to figure what I'm going to do on the eyes. So I don't know, mold inject it, or I'm not really sure what vacuum forming or something for the eyes. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I got a lot of helmets and stuff up on the top. I only got a couple things that actually fit me that are wearable. I've got a Black Panther, and I had a Mandalorian, but I gave it away for a present. And then I have this. Most of them are just static. They're too small to actually wear. And I got my 4-foot alien back here.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, how's the alien staying together now that you reprinted?
What?
How's the alien staying together now that you reprinted?
Oh, it's fine. I just need to do some more sanding and paint it. I just have, it's prime gray. I just got to do some more sanding. It's not cleaned up well enough to paint it. So,
What filament? What filament is it you're using?
PLA Plus on the alien. I've done a bunch of the parts in silk, and when I done silk and primed them, they broke and they broke and they broke. Just snap, snap, snap. I got a leg down here underneath my foot. If I can find it, I'll show you how easy they break. But
well, silk, we've had
silk looks great for a model if you don't move it, but any kind of a statue, they snap really easy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They fall apart because the layer adhesion on silks is really poor.
Here's a foot right here in silk. You can kind of see how the layers on the top here are separated when it broke.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have enough room.
Make a liar of him now.
You can see how easy that broke with no effort. So,
yeah. What layer heights are you printing at?
0.20.
No, it's not that. It's because he used silk PLA.
Oh, silk PLA.
Silk is low. The elastomers in silk give it a really poor layer adhesion.
The layers it's hollow. The layers are 644, 10% infill. So basically, it's solid, and it's not very strong.
Yeah, it's just the nature of silk filament.
Yeah.
If you want something to stand on the shelf and look pretty, silks are great. If you want to use put it something to carry weight or whatever, do not go near silks.
Okay,
Oh,
here's
well, I went the Silk Road.
Yeah, unless you have something going down inside that to give it support, silks are brittle; they break.
Yeah, I've got a aluminum thing for it. Hey, let's see that again,
That's fine.
Jerry. There, Jerry.
Jerry, he wants to see the castle again.
Sorry, Jerry. Sorry, Jerry.
All
Oh,
right.
wow.
Was that 4 spools?
Yeah, it's like 4 or 5 spools. Yeah.
1 kilogram spools.
When you get this castle off Thingiverse, it comes way down here and it's like a road. I just cut it off in a slicer, put it in simplified 3D or NetFab, and just whack it off wherever you want. So I went all the way up to where the building starts and cut it flat and printed it from there up.
Wow.
I think it's like, I don't remember what, I don't remember. I've done a video on it, I think. I don't remember how big I made that, if that was 100% or not.
That was just leftover filament you had, wasn't it, Jerry?
No, they're full spools he used.
Oh, it was.
4 spools.
No, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's got like 5% infill, layer 644 on it, 0.2. I think I did 0.2, no, 0.12 on that layer height.
Yeah. So, yeah, on that big machine, I have 0.8 nozzles. I'm going to put on that big machine, because printing at a 0.4 on such a big machine, unless you want really super fine detail, is kind of pointless. If you want to print,
Yeah,
less travel.
just use that printer for big stuff, and then when you want fine detail or a model or a statue, print it on one of your other printers.
Oh yeah, that would be the plan. But like, you can do fairly fine detail even with a 0.8 nozzle, because you can do 0.1 layers if you want to, or 0.2 layers if you want to, right? You don't have to go up to a 0.4 layer because it'll just look messy, because you have a lot of work to do to fix it. But you can do a 0.2 layer. You just go with a 0.8 nozzle. You're doing less walls, so you have less time to print. Instead of doing like if I want a point let's say a 1.6 millimeter wall, so like really thick walls, I can do that in 2 passes with a 0.8 millimeter, where I have to do it in 4 passes, four rounds, 4 walls, and a 0.4. So this decreases time, is what it does.
Your giveaway with Focus, I entered just for shits and giggles. If I win, I'll just give the printer to somebody that needs it.
Oh, by the way, let's see how many people entered the giveaway for tonight. Actually, I do have a Stream Elements. 17 people have entered, and you have to be in to win. So if you haven't already entered, it's bang exclamation enter to enter for a spool of Yusu filament,
Nice.
and I will. And if you win, you have to be in the U.S., UK, Canada, France, Germany, or Spain.
Okay, here.
And
Yeah, I want to clean it up a little bit, but I got to put a string on it.
and so I'll need your name, address, phone number, and email, because they ship it via their Amazon store. And I'm also doing a printer giveaway. A Focus Odin 5 F3 printer is available in the US, UK, and all of Europe, US, UK, and Europe. And that will be for a Focus Odin 5 F3, because it prints something space related. And if you go to my, if you do Bang Focus, I believe it's Bang Focus in chat, you'll get the details of that. Let me verify, but I believe it's Bang Focus. That's my chat commands. Yeah, do Bang Focus, and you get the details of my giveaway. It gives you a link to my Facebook page, where there's a post on Facebook that gives you all the details of how to enter. Entries close by the 13th, and on the 16th I'll do a live stream to do the giveaway of the printer, or to announce the winners. So if you want to enter, exclamation focus in chat, and it'll give you the details. If you're on Twitch only,
1 second.
works. That should work. There's the details of the Odin, and if you want to enter for the printer giveaway, or the resin, filament giveaway right now, do bang enter, and you can enter for the spool of filament that's been given away tonight. And you're all welcome to enter, guys. Everybody's welcome to enter, but you have to be on Twitch to enter. So spool of filament today and next week, because it is, what day is today? Today is the 6th. So in a week's time is the closing date. Next week is the closing date. Next Wednesday, I believe it is a closing date for the entries for the printer giveaway. So check it out, guys, if you haven't already done so. What time is it? Let's see who's live, because I think we might wrap up a little bit early. We have 25 people on, but I think we may wrap up a little early if people don't jump. If we're not getting activity, because chat has gone really quiet. So if there's people not engaging, then we might stream over to somebody else. So let's see who is on. Chris is on with 55. Roy B Tech is on, but they're not very interactive. What do you think, guys? We'll wait till Jerry gets back and then we'll ask him, see if what he wants to do, because people are not chatting. We'll be on. You're just listening and learning. That's fine, Slim Pickens. That's fine. So remember, if you're in the US, UK, or the EU, look at the Focus printer giveaway and enter. You can get a chance to enter that before the 13th of this month. And if you want to win a spool of filament, bang, enter right now, and I will be drawing for a spool of filament shortly.
Hey, Furry, did you have that designed for you, or you designed it?
Yeah, I got it designed for me, but I can't design them. I can't
Oh,
design
nice,
them.
nice.
I wanted this custom made from
Very cool.
another Twitch streamer. Custom made this for me.
Very nice.
I like it.
Yeah, nice design.
Yeah, it was actually the base actually failed. Believe it or not, I hauled it out too much, I think. So the base has
your drain holes. Oh, it's warped, is it?
Yeah, it kind of warped a wee bit. I should have made it more. I should have put infill in. I completely forgot. When I hauled it out, I should have put the infill setting on, and I forgot to do it completely. But this is just a prototype. Me and Vib have come up with this design. This is what I wanted. So that's what I went for.
You could always put on felt or a piece of wood, or there's a lot of things you can do at the bottom of it.
Yeah, that's exactly.
That's great.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to figure it out. I mean, I've only had the resin 3D printer for 2 months now.
Oh.
But I'm mostly an FDM printer for costume parts and that, and for stuff that I need to fix or add things, you know. So, but I've not used I wanted to use resin for a while, so I went ahead and bought it, and yeah, absolutely love it. So
Beautiful.
It is the detail on it. The guy Vibver, he's a Twitch streamer. He does 3D art. So I commissioned him to do the Harlequin. So I paid for the STL file, and we're hopefully trying to sell these on Etsy at some point. But so we're tweaking a few things. I'm still learning resin 3D printing, and then that's it.
Yeah, Jerry does a lot of resin.
Yeah.
I've got 3 resin printers, and I only use one of them.
3 printers.
Because I have my favorite. So
yeah, so yeah, that's the final pro. We've got a few things to tweak on it, and then we'll have a working model. So
yeah, looks excellent.
Yeah, looks fantastic.
Yeah, we'll have a working model.
Nice.
If you know that streamer's name, let me know, and I'll go follow him over here on Twitch and learn about him.
Vib Ver, aye. I'm on Twitch now.
Where's he based?
In India.
Okay.
He's very, very talented. Just Vib, VIBVIR.
You write that down.
No problem.
If anybody wants to jump in, Saganak, hey, how are you? I just posted the link to StreamYard if you want to jump in for the last few. We can end now, or we can end in 20 minutes. So if you want to join in now, you can. If not, we can wrap up a little bit early and go over and raid somebody. So,
VIBVIR?
Yeah,
VIBVIR, Vib. Yeah.
Yeah,
Vib.
Vibver. Yeah.
Victor, Indian, boy, Victor, Indian, red.
That's it.
All right,
Yeah.
thank you.
No problem.
So if anyone wants to drop in, please let us know. Make sure you mute your Twitch before you drop in, or mute the tab that Twitch is open on before you drop in.
And don't forget to raid. I've done it twice, and you feel
Oh,
bad.
I've already been looking at who to raid. I've probably will raid Chris.
Yeah, last night I totally spaced it and saying goodbye to everybody. It's like everybody in chat should have said, no, stop, raid. But I just ended it, and I shouldn't have.
Yeah, once you get a raid, it's kind of hard to tear yourself when somebody raids you. I was ready to leave in 5 minutes, and I got a raid of 200, and I'm like, oh,
wow.
Fuck, what am I going to do now?
Wow, that's a big raid. I think
that's
the
a
largest
huge
number,
raid, yes.
the largest number I got raided was about 120.
I set up a raid alarm, air raid siren, so now if I'm not paying attention or I'm walking around, I can hear it happening. Like yesterday, I got raided and I was working on my printer behind me.
Yeah,
raids are good.
At Saginaw, a raid is we can turn around and do for the people who are on this channel right now who are in chat talking. When I do a raid, I can actually I can move all of them over to somebody else's channel, and so we bring over a lump sum of people. Like I've done raids with 60 people on my channel over to other people's, and I've had other people with raids from anywhere from 1 or 2 people up to 120 come in and raid me. So, and it's a way of just bringing your users, your audience over to another channel. If you're wrapping up, so they don't have to go find something, you can actually bring them into another channel. It's a good idea.
You're talking about raiding soon, but you haven't done your giveaway yet, right?
No, I haven't done the giveaway. I gave people the chance the last one to do the giveaway. Bang enter if you want. I was going to wait for you to come back to see if you had anything you wanted to cover before we wrap it up a little early, maybe.
No, I'll wait till Saturday when I come back with my Hangout Saturday 1 p.m. I stream every Saturday 1 p.m. Pacific if no one knows. And if I don't pre-message you, if you come back 1 p.m. Pacific Saturday, then you can just drop in. You're welcome to drop in or in chat or on screen or, talk about your hobbies. You're welcome to promote yourself, what you're working on. You can plug your channel. It's not a problem.
Yep. So to enter Saginaw, you do ! Enter and hit enter, and you have to be either in the US, UK, Canada, Germany, Italy, and Spain, France and Spain.
If you're on Twitch, you hit bang enter in chat, which is ! The word enter, ENTER.
That and the word enter afterwards. Write the word that ! And the word enter afterwards. No spaces, and then hit enter. Then hit the enter button, the return key.
Anybody else type it in chat, even though it's going to say you've already entered. Throw it.
I'll do it.
But I don't.
There you go.
There you go.
So
you
you're
got
in for a win. So how many people are on? And you have to be here. So we have a total of 18 people have entered. That's cool. And so what we will do is...
Wow, it went from 80. It was only 27 a minute ago.
Yeah, it's 18.
18, okay, it's better than 80.
Yeah, he said 80. I was like, wow.
Oh, no, 18 have entered. Sorry, Louise, you already entered. Oh, Sagnax, come in to join us.
Oh, no. This happened to him earlier before the stream. He dropped for about 10 minutes. Yeah, right before we went live, for some unknown reason, his computer shut down on him. So, anyway.
I've entered. I don't know what I've entered.
Yeah, he'll be back in 5 minutes. It probably happened again. Yeah, he'll be right back.
His hamster needs to run faster on that wheel.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody had a button or something said 8 hours later.
Well, that was me.
Okay. 2 hours later. It took me forever to figure out how to pipe that in, but I got a Wavelink Elgato mic and a Stream Deck, and I finally found the right video so I can plug it in. So when I hit a button like this, you actually hear it on your end. Rather than coming out my speakers, you're hearing it, real low. So
I've got a Blue Yeti.
Okay. I'm using something called Wavelink software, and I finally got it figured out, sort of. And I got OBS running virtually in the background. So, but I dropped my internet way down. I was on Gigablast, like I've told everybody. I was paying $130 a month for the last couple of years. I was getting the gig down, 35 up. Right now, I'm getting 500 down and 10 up. I changed out my modem, and my video quality seems to be just as good as it always has. So I cut my bill down to $59 a month from $130 a month.
Wow, that's good.
So,
That's good,
yeah.
man. That's really good, yeah.
Because when I upgraded it, I skipped a step. I went up here to Gigablast. I was down here. I should have went right here, but I didn't. I went over it and went too high. Here he comes. He's coming back now.
Yeah, I tried to lower mine. They told me it would be $20 difference. I was like, forget it. I'll keep it.
Hello. How you doing?
Oh, I can't hear you.
You're muted.
Oh, you must not be talking to us.
Yeah, Liam pulled him in. I can't control the stream. So Liam's there.
Everybody's got a bigger room than me. I'm not happy about this.
I'm in my living room.
Chris has got quite a small room there.
How you doing? Your mic is muted.
Yeah, I know it's muted.
Hello, how you doing?
Oh, okay.
Good.
Yeah, I guess Liam's video came back up because he would have been the one that pulled you in. He's trying to get everything set up.
Yeah, just sitting here at work.
Very nice. Where are you located in the world?
What's that? You know where I'm located, Jerry?
We don't know. We don't know.
Oh, sorry. Las Vegas.
You look different.
Oh, do I? Don't have my glasses on.
Okay, Jared. All right. Wow, I had no idea that was Jared. It says Saganaki. Is that your last name, Jared? No, something.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So yeah, if Liam pulled you in, he has to be back up, but his computer probably died. So
yeah.
Anyway,
I had to download the app for this thing. This web-based, this web interface isn't very great.
Okay. Yeah, I totally didn't recognize you.
Yeah, I'm just sitting downstairs.
Oh, I love workshop. I just love workshops.
Yeah, it's a slot tech workshop.
He works at a major casino here in Vegas. He works slot machines, electronics.
Oh wow!
Oh wow! How do we win?
Don't play.
Oh, they're rigged. I see. Right, they're all rigged. Right. Okay.
I'm surprised Liam hasn't came back because he's controlling the stream. He'd have to click you in,
guys.
There he is.
Sorry, there's something really. Oh, sorry. Let me add it back. I'm sorry. I don't know why. My machine. Remember what when we were before we get started, Jerry? The machine played up.
Yeah.
Exact same thing happened, and I lost control of the computer.
So
I even tried to shut it down and reboot it, and it kept going back to the same screen.
All right. Yeah, that's Jared, my friend Jared here in Vegas. I had no idea who it was. He don't have his glasses on. I've never seen him on camera before, but I had no idea that's who that was.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys. On my machine, so I just moved to another computer in a different room.
That's the 7-foot guy that you was talking about earlier?
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, I'm 7 foot.
Well, he's not 7 foot.
I'm not 7 foot, 6'3".
Yeah. And I'm only 5'8", and I shrunk. I'm like 5'7.5".
Yeah, you're not even that tall, Jerry.
I'll put his elbow on the top of my head, and anyway.
So he likes to come over to hang out with Jerry because you can use him as an armrest.
Yeah, I was asking him how you doing and where you located. He goes, "Hey, Jerry, you know who I am." I'm thinking, who are you? So anyway, Jared, if you turn your camera sideways, you'll go full screen if you wanted to. There you go.
So you're working the night shift, are you, or the evening shift?
Yeah, swing. I work 5 p.m. to 1 a.m.
Oh, that's not bad. You have the mornings to yourself, and you still get to bed at a half reasonable hour.
Yeah, I like the shift. Don't have to deal with any management or anything.
Yeah, because you start work when most people are finishing, so you have to deal with the traffic getting into the office in the first place. But once you get there, it's then quiet until like evening, and then when you're driving home, the streets are half empty, so you don't have to deal with traffic.
Yeah, driving home. Well, even driving in's not bad. The back streets and everything. It's never been a bad drive.
Nice. I've done that shift. I also did the graveyard shift.
And Jared, I believe, didn't you order something recently from Prusa?
Yeah, I got the Prusa XL on order.
Oh. So you have to deal with 16 thermistors and 16 heater cartridges.
It'll be an interesting printer to mess with. Separate printing zones, multiple heads, but I'm only doing 2 heads because it's quite expensive for the 5 head.
The 5 head
like
is about
3,500.
So. Isn't it? 3,500.
What's that?
3,500 for the 5 head.
Yeah. The one I'm looking at is still just like 2,500.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I couldn't.
I can't justify it either.
Hey, Tim.
Tim, how are you, sir?
It's an expensive toy.
It is, yes. You said it was a Prusa, yeah?
Yeah, it's a new Prusa, yeah.
Oof, no.
That's all I own. I've dealt with other ones. I've dealt with CR10s and Enders, and I just like the Prusas.
The Prusas, they work. There's one thing you can say about them, they just work.
Mm-hmm.
They only, and you get good support. But I'm sorry, I can't, but you can get the same quality out of any machine.
You just got to put some more work into it. But yeah, you learn a lot more than the Ender 3s.
Yeah, like I had the only Ender 3 I have ever had was a new one, the Ender 3 Pro, the recent one that I bought because I'm turning it into a belt printer. It's the only reason why I have an Ender 3.
Mm-hmm.
The Ender 2 Pro is a nice little machine, and it's a good competitor for the Prusa Mini, and it's way less price.
But when you add all this stuff like the other printer bed, you add the other the BL Touch, you get close to the price though. After all the upgrades to get equivalent.
What you mean? What you mean by printer bed?
Like like the glass, the removable printer bed, the BL Touch for automatic bed leveling, the little mods for it.
Yeah, but do you need? Oh, someone's got double audio.
Okay.
It's not me. So, but the question is, do you need an ABL on something that's this size?
All right.
No.
I don't know. I've always hated the little wheels on the Enders. They've just always been a headache.
Yeah.
Try to I've always leveling it and the springs, and I just hated that.
I changed the springs. I changed the springs to like stronger springs on my Ender 3 Pro.
Yeah, stronger springs I have some. I do a spring change on most of my beds.
Yeah.
And that need them. But other than that, I run stock mostly.
Yeah, I like just going in there and be able to hit print, and I don't have to worry about it. It works.
More or less a plug and play kind of idea with the Prusa. The Ender 3 is like it's
No.
a learning curve.
So we have 19 entries. Anybody wants to enter the last chance for the spool of filament? US, UK, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, and Spain. I don't think we have anyone here from Italy or Spain, but
In Scotland.
Scotland's part of the UK. I know you don't want to be, but you are. I know you don't want to be, but you are.
What can I say?
Yeah. So let's do the drawing then. Okay, I'm going to close the giveaway if nobody's entering.
Yeah, you see, somebody said giveaway 3 times. Matt came back.
I know. Yeah. You know, he's like a bad smell. You can't get rid of him. So let's see who the winner is.
Sebastian.
Sebastian in chat. You need to be in chat to win.
Yep, there he
is. Hey. So send me a whisper on Twitch, please.
Where are you located, Sebastian?
Yeah, where are you? I think you're in the US. Where are you based? Dang it. Too late, Tim.
That's right.
Sebastian, where are you based? We're waiting. You're in Germany. Oh, wow. Cool. So I need you to send me name, address, phone number, and email address because I'm going to ship it out of our Amazon store. Please send it to me. And on Twitch, send me a whisper. I will get it to you two either tonight or tomorrow morning. And we'll get a spool of filament out to you.
And then you send your bank details to me.
not bank details. You want blood and DNA and
I want everything. Fingerprints.
So send that on to me, Sebastian, and I will get you the spool of filaments shipped out to you. Name, address, telephone number, and email address. Just send me a whisper on Twitch, and I will get it sent out to you ASAP. Or if you don't want to send it on Twitch, you can email me, which is astroprinter. My title, astroprinter at protonmail, PROTON mail.com. I'll type it in chat.
Oh, Jared dropped off. Take care, Jared. Thank you for dropping in. I've never seen him dropping on camera before.
Sebastian win? What did Sebastian win?
A spool of filament.
Oh, cool.
There's my email address. You can send it there to me there.
Yeah, Jerry, when he said you knew him, I thought, oh no.
Well, yeah, I didn't recognize him. He, like I said, every time he came over, he's worn glasses. He looked different. He's at work and he's on camera and looked different.
He looked like he was here to collect payment or something.
He's still watching, guys. You know that, right?
He doesn't like. He's never, he doesn't like being like.
It's having a laugh.
That was a good start. I appreciate it.
Cool. So we have that done. Let's see, what time is it? Let's go over and raid. Let's go over and raid Chris Perillo. I like raiding Chris because Chris is a nice guy and he's fun to hang out with. And he's part of the Locker Gnome team that Jerry and I are for the streamers. So let's go over and we'll raid Chris and say hi to Chris. So let's go. Chris Perillo. So guys, thank you for hanging out. It was fun. Sorry about the glitch at the end there. I don't know why that machine is playing up, but apparently it decides to, maybe it's on its last legs and about to die. But either way, let's go over and say hi to Chris. And remember, enter the giveaway for the Focus giveaway. And congratulations to Sebastian for winning this spool of filament tonight. Thanks, guys, and have a good one.
Take care, everybody. See you Saturday.
Ciao. Let's see how long it'll take for this to raid over.
I'll let you know when it jumps.
We're at 15 people, 18 people. Raid now. Let's go. And we should be raiding over any moment.
Jumping now. Go ahead and end your stream.
Okay, let me go back to StreamYard and in broadcast.